Alright.
Finally.
Indeed.
And time for investments.
Everyone's favorite game, World of Investment Banking.
Well,
Indeed, DCL and Sol.
paperwork.
Oh no, just give me the money, I'll do all the work.
I mean, I won't disagree to this arrangement.
So, when we last left off, our intrepid vampires returned from a successful bank heist. It wasn't exactly no witnesses, but it was pretty damn close. Nobody got caught or murdered.
That dirty stealth.
Yeah, you came out with a lot of fucking money. So much. The loot list is a long one. It is a long one.
One would say the loot is obscene.
It is. It is obscene. So there is obviously going to be some figuring out on how you guys move this money around. If you spend it straight away or give it away or whatever you do with it. That will be an important part of figuring out what the fuck is going on and what you've all done, what you plan. But before we get into that directly, aspirations. Let's pull out my little aspirations spreadsheet. Bring this along. Okay, so Mers, you have prepare fortifications against future monster attack with 2 pluses and 2 empty spaces.
Ah, heck, I'm fast.
You are.
Alright. So these are all going to be tied into the prepare fortifications one. Just
Yep.
establishing the steps I need to take for my fortifications. I want to acquire contacts with the private mercenaries, with the PMC.
Mm-hmm. Establish a PMC contact. Yep.
And second one, I'm struggling to phrase. Like,
Mash words together.
what I want is to, I guess, like, cultivate a combat ghoul. I want to get, like, some sort of proper, like, loyal person who I can, who is competent in a fight, who can guard me during the daytime.
They have a name and a merit, actually. I will double check what they're called, because that is a thing that you can try and get your ghoul to essentially pick up straight away. Ow, hardcore breathing on the mic.
Oh, sorry.
That was impressively loud. Okay, let's see here. Vampire book. Merits. Ghoul powers.
No, worry about making him later.
Let's see here. Ghouls, treatment, playing ghoul and ghoul merits. Here we go. Watchdog. For those who ramble living nomadically or staying awake and alert during the long day shifts and parting most of the night can take supernatural skills. This mutual need for survival runs back and forth through the kindred, and ghoul allows this gift to manifest. If your Rainant has Auspex, do you have it?
Yes.
During the day, your Rainant can give up their ability to use Auspex. If they do, they may use it as though you had it. The ghoul may use it as though they had it at whatever level they possess. So, essentially, you go to sleep, you snap Auspex over to your ghoul, and they can Auspex totally freely. At your level.
So, yeah, I guess, like, develop a watchdog ghoul.
Activate a watchdog ghoul. That is a good call. Yeah, if you're looking for ghoul merits and shit, it starts at page 297 of the Vampire book. about halfway down, and rolls on through there, with merits starting on 298.
Thank you.
And yeah, there are some handy things in there. Some are specific to ghoul, like your Regnant types. Some aren't. There is a fantastic one, which is the Producer, which means that they only take 1 lethal when they give you Vitae. And they give you 2 for 1.
Yeah. But if I can get a Producer Watchdog, that would be amazing. But that might be a bit unlikely.
I mean, there are ways to try and locate a producer in the first place, but you have to learn that in game from people. Like finding a producer has signs generally. Okay. Rose Lawson, your aspirations. You have use Legba's Curse and 2 empty spaces.
Yeah. I do want to use Legba's Curse on somebody. So I'll keep that. I'll find a target eventually.
One day.
Catch up with what's been going on while we've been gone.
Okay. Catch up with some Pasado news. Events.
And this one is less of an in-character aspiration
Mm-hmm.
than it is out-of-character aspiration. Acquire a special retainer.
Okay. Alright.
I believe you know what I'm talking about.
It's possible I have forgotten.
Well, check our PM's Discord.
But it's all dick pics.
But past the dick pics.
Right, yes, of course. Yep. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Alright, DCL. You have a recruit Kajima the Ghoul with a plus and 2 empty spaces. What do?
I wonder, actually. So, I have idea, but it's a nebulous one at the moment, so I need to figure out a way to put this into merit form. Okay, so, Crew Kajima...
Majima.
No, his name is Kajima in this.
Oh, it is Kajima. Oh, shit. I thought
It's
I got
legally
Distinct
from
from
Majima.
Majima. Just like Furyu is legally distinct from Kiryu. They're totally different, even though they have totally matching faces. It might have been a trace work that got done by second-hand Chinese artists, okay?
Okay, one of my aspirations will be find out what I need to gain enough favor to make a sire.
Do you mean a child?
Yes, sorry.
It's gonna be like,
First.
you're looking for a
For
new
some
person
reason
to
I-
call daddy? That's
No,
not cool.
Find out what I need to do to make a child. Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot the terminology there for a second.
Okay, first off, use a
Blip,
weapon.
no first offing.
I know how. I know. Actually, I'm not sure if I know in character how the process works, but I'm more in the lines of what do I have to do to get permission to do that? Because I believe we still operate in a city where you can't just do that willy-nilly.
That is one of the universal traditions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Being in the position of Invictus, you gotta ask just the right Invictus people, and then they will usually be like, here's a favor, or yes, you've done good, so you could go do. But yes, alright. Let's go. Begin acquiring a child, that way you can throw a whole shit ton of pluses on it.
Mm-hmm.
And your third aspiration?
believe correctly, bartender owes me a favor. I guess I'll make a drug aspiration now, but avoid paperwork with new money flow. If I need a better aspiration,
You do.
set up the apartment complex that Saul wanted to get me in on.
Sure.
Also, be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Gideon, you have meet someone I once knew in the old world with 2 pluses, and re-establish connections with Burns Invictus and Space for Another.
Try to learn the fate of my old touchstone.
That is a steep ask, dude. That is basically impossible.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna warn you right now that no one knows what happens to the Jippo you banged. Literally no one, I'm sorry. There is no way you could ever uncover that information.
Man, you could talk to a mage. Good time shenanigans.
I refuse, time magic isn't real. No,
we don't need a time heist in this game too.
no need for time heisting. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna warn you right ahead. That is a very empty wish, I'm afraid, because there is no one who exists, alive or unliving, who can tell you what happened to the gypsy you banged.
No. We absolutely do need a time heist. We time heist the gypsy, so we're what happened to her.
I'm just gonna pull a quantum break, and everything that happened because you tried to go back there in the first place.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
And that's a fairly standard time travel plot, right?
Fuck. What do I want to do?
Acquire somebody that can teach for you proper accounting.
Fuck off, he knows exactly what he does with his suit money and his punch money. And that is spend it on hookers and blood.
No, why
I'm
did you
still
spend 16 million yen on a RC car?
It's a very nice RC car. I'm assuming that's what the 1 dot in computers is, his vague attempt at accounting.
Come on. Side tricks. Third aspiration.
Fuck, I don't know. I literally have.
Alright. Hedra, you have, for Saul, purchase a safe place in San Pasado and space for 2 aspirations.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I have the safe place.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be acquire apartment complex. Then it would be yes, hello kitten. Not that. Let's see. What else would be a good one?
I don't know, purchasing a safe place in San Pasado and setting up an apartment complex are both pretty involved duties, but for you, honestly, quite short term.
Then it would be assist the coterie in their endeavors.
And back.
You don't have any specific endeavors. There's no aspiration to take in that kind.
Okay. I just need to.
Thank you for the subscription.
Let's see if we can smash in. Yes, cat. Uh. Let's see, just a quick round check. Y'all need help with anything?
Uh,
At the moment, no.
do you want to come chat with a private military company?
No, I meant in terms of, for aspiration.
That is
I
one of my
recommend-
aspirations.
Who's left? Is it Stardust still left, or?
No, it's just Rome waiting on a third aspiration and yourself.
Yeah, I think I came up with a third aspiration.
Go on.
Oh, nice.
Turn one of my employees, the girl, into a touchstone.
Sure. Develop a new touchstone.
You know,
And BRB.
acquire a ghoul.
Sure. This is where we find out that Saul likes like giant blonde bimbos. This is the least expected ghoul ever. Okay.
Giant blonde bimbos from somebody who actually likes competence. Yes.
Okay. And so, with aspirations out of the way, we get to the meat of the matter. We have a lot of loot here. DCL has laid
Yeah.
claim to the Masamune blade.
Mm-hmm.
Gideon would
have.
like to have recrafted the Executioner's blade. The bow was handed over already. But you have a lot of fucking money. You have various numbers of resource dots that you can work yourselves up to. So, because of the nature of how money works in this game, it is easiest to take into account that you have an origin resource number and it climbs to another, and you generally need larger jumps to get from, you know, higher numbers to higher numbers. Simply put. So where do you guys want to start with it? It's generally expected that amongst all of you and your various skills and contacts that it is not technically difficult to move any of this money. Like, you have the means. There'll be roles that basically dictate how long does it take, but that's it. These resource numbers already assume that you succeed, mostly because I don't want anyone dramatically succeeding and inflating them ever further. These already assume the correct amount of time went into them. Rolling will just tell you how long that time is, and how long it takes you to get your resource dots as you like them.
Alright. Well, Assume no one will object to me taking, the core of my lost gold, and going up to 5 dots.
I mean,
It's your money.
Yeah, your lost gold, go ahead.
Yeah.
You still need to pay, so...
Yeah, and I was suggesting that, well, from a lost gold, there's enough when it's split to be a secondary 4-dot resource. I was going to think that could go Saul's way.
Sure. Let's have a look.
oh right, shit. There's something I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
In a
Go
second.
ahead, ask.
For Scow,
Mhm.
Oh.
4th dot of blood potency.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's have a look here.
I have 1 blood beat and 4 experience.
Do you have 1 blood beat or 1 blood experience?
1 blood experience. Sorry.
Okay, then yeah, you're welcome to jump 2 blood potency 4.
Awesome.
You've been up to a lot of shit. Alright, so the remainder of your gold to bump Saul up to a 4-dot resource?
Yeah.
Sure. Saul, set your resources to resources 4. You have been paid. Cool. Alright. Now,
Paid you with Nazi gold.
damn right. I'm sure the irony is lost on literally nobody.
What a world.
Okay, so the coins of all eras can turn can make 4-dot resource purchases with 3 dots. You don't spend any merit, so this is like bankable cash. Any of you could keep this for access. We can step past this for now and hang on to that for after.
I think dealing with the ones that actually grant permanent dots first would be sensible.
Okay.
I would suggest the silver goes to Rose, as she was similarly fundamental.
Well,
She would go from resources 1 to resources 4.
well, we could do that. But I also have my cash tokens, which turns a 3 to a 4, I think you said.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could take the silver bars and put my cash tokens in, or I could take the misc money and bonds, go to 3, use my tokens to go to 4, and then, man, take the blackmail hard disk maybe, I don't know.
That would take you up to 5, sure, and you certainly know enough criminals to move blackmail around.
Or, no, whichever.
I mean,
Let's see.
That would depend if you have anything to sink 5 dots of resources into something.
Just my club.
She literally does own a business.
Mm.
I've been thinking about creating a branch in London.
So you can jump through the shadows to the other side of the world and do business there.
Yeah. It's like the best idea.
The Endless Night Queen.
That is a tough deal though,
How much money am I getting?
because
haven't gotten to
Oh,
it yet.
Sorry.
not yet. Because you're gonna have to deal with British vampires and then buying and renting a place in Britain.
Yeah, it isn't cheap.
When you've got 5 dots of resources.
So I actually do see the misc money and bonds is enough to advance 2 1 dots to 3. So yeah, how about we give one of those to Rose, that plan sounds good, and the other to DCL?
I don't know how, but I opened up DCL sheet and I see resource dot 4.
Wait, what? That's not.
Already?
No, that's not correct.
You should be 1, right?
Have I gotten paid before?
Not in resource
Not that
stats.
we
Not
know.
in resource dots. I've been acting in favors, unless there's something I've forgotten.
Did you already like plan out which things you were gonna take?
Oh yeah, I think last week we were just like, yeah, everybody's gonna be able to get to us dot 4 at least or something.
This is true.
So I just put.
So
I
yeah.
just put that in.
So you're actually at resource dot 1. So yeah, the misc money and mail bonds can get both DCL and Rose up to resource 3.
Okay.
All agreed?
Then I
Okay,
spend my cash token to
Yeah.
go to 4.
Yep.
So we do need to pay Gideon as well, but then
I believe. How rich is Gideon already? Give me a sec.
1.
Resource 3.
If he's at 3,
Well, if he is at 3, yeah, I would actually just get that up.
if he's at 3, I could take the silver bars to go to 4, and he could have my cash token.
I would also like to be at 4, for reasons.
Hear me out. If I get the one that takes me from 3 to 4, and the blackmail 4 to 5, that would play well with my goal of the Yakuza suddenly coming into a lot of black.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you're agreeing with me?
No, DCL could take the silver bars to go to 4. Gideon could take the misc money and bonds to go from 3 to 4.
Yeah.
and then just give you the blackmail and well, you wouldn't make it to 5 that way.
I would.
think.
But yeah,
I would have still had my cash.
Yeah, you can choose your cash tokens for that. So that ends with DCL 4, Gideon 4, Rose 5.
Mhm.
And that's all of it except for the coins of all errors. So make sure you all
Who's
have
gonna-
that recorded in it correctly.
all right.
Who's getting the
Doesn't matter.
Rose is getting the blackmail. She is actually going to get better economic use out of.
Yeah, I'm basically selling it, so it might go to the Yakuza eventually. I don't know.
And I
Right.
wanted a 4th
Mhm.
dot because I have a project that has come to my mind that I want to start now.
Alright, and which one am I getting?
You're getting miscellaneous money and bonds that take you from 3 to 4.
DCL is taking the silver bars to go from 1 to 4.
Let's see here.
And then we have the coins of all eras, which are kind of useless as we now actually all have 4 or
Yeah.
5.
No. Just need to think. I'm more along the part of the investment to make the fucking code rebuilding.
It's true. If you spend your resources down to a low number, suddenly the coins could become useful. Which it sounds like you're all with your various plans about to invest a lot of your resources.
Yeah. Because look at I don't know if the details is still on board with apartment complex.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to bail on that just yet. I don't think I'm just going to be all in. There is something I'll try to get to on my own time in character. But the apartment complex plays into that.
Okay. That is the state of your various loots.
And the boys get their magic swords to play with.
They do. They
Yep.
do get their magic swords to play with.
It's the best.
You got resources and magic swords.
It's true. I actually think it worked out too. The two people with magic swords got to resource 4, and everyone else got to 5. That's your magic sword tax.
I have the magic sword tax kept us at resource 4 instead of resource 5, since the magic swords are pretty valuable.
Essentially, yeah, you could probably give either of these away and go from 4 to 5 with whoever would have purchased it off of you.
Question, and this is a bit of an awkward one. What does the staff merit do again?
That gives you some goons who automatically score 1 success on any given one specific skill.
So what happens if I get more than 1 dot in staff?
Then you have multiple groups of staff, and dependent on which group you call on, you get an automatic success in the relevant skill. You choose a new skill each time you take the merit.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you can't get better staff who get more than 1 automatic success. You just get,
They
more
will just
varied
succeed, and that is what you know and take for granted instead.
So wait, if I just get staff brawl, does that mean I just have a group?
It
of
would
goons
mean
who
you
have to
have a
beat the
group
shit
of
out-
people, who can, wherever they go, achieve a success in Brawl. That said, though, you don't want to get staff that make skill tests that are generally always contested, because then they will only ever get 1 success. It's actually very much the inverse ninja law. Whenever you go send out a staff unit of Brawl 1 against someone with just some extra dots. Surely all of these fucking goons should have won, but no matter what they do, they can only get 1 success.
Oh my god, every movie we've ever seen is just the bad guys getting staff brawl or staff firearms.
Correct.
And then you down and dirty.
Yeah, and they can't
the hero-
succeed against someone who is making contested rolls against them as the hero of the story.
Oh my god.
Well,
Just
they
need-
can roll a 10, so that's the occasional heroic bloodshed kind of.
No, there's no rolling when a staff goes out. There's no roll at all. They just
Yeah.
have a success. There's no dice rolling.
Yeah, so, the hero gets heroic bloodshed from about 1 point of bashing damage he takes, and, your goons are all laying on the ground, cradling their naughty bits.
Fair. Okay. But yes, you can get multiple groups of staff. I don't recommend getting staff skilled in things that are contested by people.
Maybe I should
They
get
will
staff
fail.
computer.
Yeah,
Just so I
getting
can
staff
say I
getting
am-
getting staff computer is on the other hand super valid. People succeeding on intelligence skills for you is one of the best use of staff.
And my staff are crafts. They mostly do food, but, they could do other types of.
I have staff tailor.
I should take my club as a.
Yeah, your staff members could be a staff, although what skill would you associate your club staff with?
Yeah, it's a
That's the
problem,
problem,
like,
right?
The bouncers
Socialize.
would be intimidate, but that's a contested thing, so it becomes useless.
Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah, socialize is good.
You could have multiple staff for different, the idea is you would have multiple dots of staff as in multiple groups working within a business, so you would have your expression staff, aka the dancers, the people on stage. You would have your intimidation staff, your basic muscle. People have to actually succeed at all to be counted as a bother for you. And your, I guess your socialized staff, they can always absorb some kind of information for you. That's sort of how to do that. And I said it is harder for social skills because they do tend to be contested where mental isn't. That's the idea of getting bar
Making all that
information.
bondage.
Yeah.
Making all that bondage gear.
You just have staff intimidate. It's just one skill of staff. It's intimidate, and it's everyone. It's your bouncers. It's your presenters. It's your barmaids. They're all terrifying.
Here comes Big Barry up on stage. What's his power, you may ask? No gag reflex.
Whole fucking Barry Banana.
No Big Barry, only Big Jerry.
Big Jerry is your man.
Or woman.
Big Jerry is your them. With the kinky boots. Yeah, congratulations. Let's get some tests. We'll see how long it takes you guys to actually liquidate these resources so you can, you know, act with them in the wild. Right now, it is the 3rd of December, 2018.
Can we get the geomancy rolls on?
Yes,
Yeah, I
it
thought
is
that-
going to
that
be
was-
primarily Saul, but you guys are allowed to do things like roll to assist.
I've got a streetwise black market.
Yep, you can make a streetwise black market. Like, all of you can just pick whatever skills you're good at to try and give Saul extra dice and see if this can all be moved very quickly. We're going to take a generalization, because I'll be rounding to the week.
With
I'll be-
streetwise?
Sure.
Sorry, DC.
I will be making other rolls because I want to do other things.
Are these other things you can accomplish with your no resources until these monies are
Yes.
liquidated? Then, yeah, that's fine. Yep, alright. Go through it streetwise. Anyone else going to be giving Saul extra dice?
Politics, does that potentially work?
Yeah, totally.
What politics?
Wits or intelligence, probably wits politics.
Yeah, going politics as well sounds like a good call.
Isn't gaining a blood potency a breaking point?
Passing certain tiers of blood potency are, yeah.
Okay.
C for BP4 when you are a young vampire.
Hold on, I need to reload the page because my thing seems to be locked on strength weapon.
Turn off attack roll, it's at the top right. And you change it to normal roll. That's why it's locked on strength weaponry.
Thought I turned that off.
Oh, reaching blood potency 3 is a breaking point.
Big
Don't
goose.
think we roll that.
Probably. It's
Okay.
it's many months overdue now if we didn't, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna let it pass if we fucking forgot at the time.
All right, it's blood potency 3 and 6.
Alright, so 6 is
That
right.
makes sense. Becoming an ancilla and becoming an elder.
Yep.
You can't feed off animals anymore, can you?
Nope, only humans.
It will make you feel very sick.
Uh,
Rose sitting over here still a blood potency 1.
Are you actually still BP1?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Rose is the most human.
She is the most human
She-
vampire. It's very cool.
She is.
But humanity, you're at 9.
7.
No one's a humanity 9. The breaking points are way too outstanding for vampires.
Yeah. Sadly, you have
Uh,
to actually spend XP to increase humanity.
I was about to say, I
Or-
think the only...
Cost do things.
Yeah, I
humanity.
do award humanity for certain roleplay experiences.
I do think the only way you could possibly become more human is somehow getting the Coil of Ziva.
It's by finishing this merit chain.
Yeah. No, Rose
Oh,
has this in
nice.
fucking hand, that she is, you know, following a merit chain towards humanity and essentially retirement.
So 6 extra dice.
It certainly looks like it.
Okay. Let's see. There should be, how to move this? Would this be intelligence, investigation or computer? Academics.
Whichever you prefer.
I don't know, I'm just trying to see if I can justify which ones to go with. I think I will go with investigation because find and then get the right ones.
Sure, go for
Buy
it.
and trade. Section. Two, that, that's 6, 8. So, 8. Let's see what we can get. Oh, critical. I rolled. Yes.
Little bit, yeah.
That was pissed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's but it's 3 successes, so it's exceptional.
Yep. Okay. It is going to take you 2 weeks to move all of it. You are essentially
2
steal.
weeks?
Yep. It will take you 2 weeks. You're essentially stealing time out of an initial month starting point. You've got it down to 2 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, 2 weeks to move all this goddamn contraband is fucking good time.
Oh yeah, no, it's excellent time. You came out with an exceptional.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't work with time management as well, sadly.
No, sadly, good time management doesn't really apply to a specific test that is like how much time will pass, and also with everyone having helped.
Mm. Yeah. So many fucking ones.
It was a one time.
Yeah. Probably got cursed by third. Their jealousy.
Okay. So it'll be 2 weeks until everyone has their resources. In the meantime, DCL, you had things that you wanted to achieve during this time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fucking get started. What's up?
Oh, I guess first I'm going to be calling Rose for a conversation. Actually, I'll probably just go visit Rose real quick.
You got these.
You walk in there?
Rose, we're like cool enough so I can like meet you at your club and/or home, right?
You do not know where I live.
No one knows
Fair
where
enough.
Rose's house is, but you do know what the club be.
Okay, I'll meet Rose at the club.
And this is like the day after? the heist?
Probably yeah, like night after.
Then Rose is like, she is taking the time off. She is in full latex outfit.
Man,
She
this
is
is gonna
not
be-
on vampire time.
Yeah, no. Just something I want to ask off books.
What's up?
Well, I don't really know who else I can trust with this question, so I had something I wanted to do. And I kind of wanted your help with it. Well, so I was kind of started maybe thinking of getting a child.
Is that with an E or with not an E? Because I'm not helping you if it's not with an E.
With an E, I knew you were going to make that joke.
I mean, there's plenty of girls who'd be able to help you, but equipment.
With an E,
Okay.
but
Do you have like any ghoul or anything like that?
well, I have one person I have in mind for turning into a ghoul. At least, but so far right now, I don't think they'd like to be a child. Also, it's kind of not what I'm looking for. I want to be able to find somebody who I can trust and train up. I was wondering if you had any suggestions on that, since you seem really good with people.
Like people suggestions?
I mean, yeah. Any ideas of what I should be doing to look for somebody who would be a good successor?
Have you been on a date or anything like that? Or like, I
I mean-
can't really help you select somebody for like that kind of personal thing.
You're the people expert.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, hang out with somebody. Tell them you're a vampire. If they freak out, don't ghoul them, and don't embrace them.
I feel like you're not supposed to go around telling people you're a vampire. In fact, I'm
No.
definitely sure you're not supposed to.
But if you want to get their gauge their reactions, always wipe their memory after, right? I'm sorry, you can't.
I ice squinted you. Rose, how many times have I exactly had to suck dick? Is there something you're not telling me?
I mean, you ever wake up with like a weird salty taste in your mouth?
More times than I
That
want.
has nothing to do with me. Absolutely not.
The hardest fry squint. I'm a would sympathy that.
Has she been giving you the salty surprise as you sleep?
Fry squint.
Shrug. You want me to roll something? I'll roll something.
Well, if you're not lying. Eh.
Also, why did you wits expression rather than wits empathy?
What?
Uh,
That is a good point. I thought I clicked with empathy.
Why do you have 5 expression?
oh.
It's
Why
a
did I-
TCL!
Why did I wits manipulation? I meant the wits subterfuge. These
And-
dumb sheets have
and-
fucked us both.
And of course, he's got expression 5. He's literally an artist and a fucking character actor.
True.
You don't do much arting though.
I mean, not anymore.
I miss when you used to animate.
Look, man, vampiring pays the bills.
Look, all you need to do to solve that answer is set up like a little sound recorder when you sleep, and if you hear a distinctive plap plap plap, you know shit's going.
Look, all I'm saying is I wouldn't be sitting at home drawing a tablet if I had super awesome vampire powers. It could be a ninja.
I
Yeah,
would.
you could be drawing on like 3 tablets at once with vampire speed.
Shit, you're right. Well, that aside. Alright. That aside, I really
Well,
don't think
like-
telling people I'm a kindred.
I mean,
is
you
a
should
litmus
do that
test.
before you Google them and all that anyway.
Well, okay, after that, yeah.
You just want to meet people?
Well, I guess, yeah, if you can keep an eye out for people in your club. Anybody you think will kind of be up my alley, you think they have a good character, after that I can try to get to know them more and see where things go from there, I guess.
Like we got to determine your type then.
I'm not looking for a date, I'm looking for a successor. A pupil? A confidant? Shit. Look,
We talking like a swordsman, or we talking more like an artist? Like, what do you want?
well, like, gotta be a fighter, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna find somebody who knows the way of the blade in the year 2019, though.
Honey, I run a fetish club. We have an anime night. There are plenty of weebs who think they know the way of the blade.
Yeah, who think? I used to think that was kind of funny too until Hedra actually beat sword and skills into me.
So you used to be like that then. So there might be hope for them too.
Raise a finger and kind of like lower it and go, okay, I can't argue with this. All right, I admit it. Somebody who at least thinks this would be who's least enthusiastic for the idea would help.
So let's talk looks. We thinking guy, girl?
Not looking for a date.
I mean, yeah, some grumpy old martial arts masters only take boys.
Look, I don't really care how they look like. It's more of a character thing. I don't really have anybody outside inside of the Invictus I can completely trust. You're the closest thing to a person who has like no real manipulation or baggage that I know who's a vampire. And you're trying to be as far away from the Invictus as anybody else.
Arm's length, not, not that far away. I still work for you guys. Work with you guys. But I get your point. So just anyone who might be a fighter.
Anyone who you think their character integrity is at a good standing. Just nice people.
So not an asshole, a nice person. You want a sub or a dom?
Oh my god. Well, I guess I can't blame you for asking these questions. Listen, just keep an eye out for anybody you think who would be good, and I guess I'll try to get to know them from there.
Well, you can come to the club anytime too and socialize. Come in just those leather pants I got you. People will be all over you.
Well, try not to spread this around too much, but I'm going to start trying to hit the streets looking to see if I can't find anybody who fits the bill. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but got to be proactive about it.
Gonna become some kind of streetwalker?
I mean, I guess. Look around for people doing random acts of good. I don't know. I practically trip over gangbangers every 2 seconds. There's got to be some vigilante group who's trying to do the right thing and clean up the streets. Maybe I should look for a police officer. Fuck the police.
Oh, honey, if you want a cop, you come to the right place.
Oh my god.
Half the
Wait.
people in here have got handcuffs.
Wait, how much of the police force actually do come here? That's a question.
I'm sure there's a fair few that come down. Well, there's a few.
Well.
I can scope them out for you.
Well, you know how I operate. If you do me this favor, I'll owe you something.
Yeah, okay.
Let it
At
not
least
be
you're not owing Etienne something. So
yeah, let it not be another dick sucking.
It's a really good thing she doesn't have that addictive sweat thing going on.
Wait, what? Addictive what now?
That wolf-blooded.
Oh, I thought you said that in character.
Yeah, no.
Alright. Well, I won't be in your hair for too long. I see you kind of want to relax, so go do, I don't know, me things.
Okay, you go streetwalk, I guess, and don't get in trouble. It sounds like whatever you're gonna try and do, you're gonna get in trouble.
Well, I have a feeling I'm going to get in trouble sooner rather than later right now. It's kind of the reason why I'm starting this.
You could just keep a low profile. Like, especially now is the best time to keep a low profile.
I've got
Business is normal, but try and keep a low profile.
I've got too many duties to stop and disappear right now. I don't only have the entire Invictus looking for me. I owe people favors.
Fair enough.
I need to start keeping a ledge book for this shit. Anyways, I'll talk to you later, Rose.
Come back anytime. Etienne would love to have you.
I know. Look, you're trying to always give me the snap dick. Alright, I'm gone.
But you look so cute with the milk mustache.
Oh my god, shut up! Don't scream that across the club!
Okay, so I decided, I was like, hey, wonder what happens if I just Google Dex Fag and see if we can't find the perfect art for the DCL vampire. I wish I hadn't. There's a lot of fucking powerful memes in here.
So many powerful memes.
It's a lot. Yeesh. I don't know why this one came up. Fucking terrible. Linking shit out of Instagram. Just terrible. I don't know why that comes up when I put in DexFag.
Why does that come up?
I don't know.
I mean, Dexfag is very much a Dark Souls term.
Oh no, not that part. The fact that it's screaming Ocelot.
Because that's what Osiris does when you get him to half health. He starts his phase 2 by like screaming about baby Ocelot and realizing
Oh my
either the baby's invisible or doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're right.
He goes down.
Oh god, you're right. I fucking forget about that boss every
Yeah,
time.
same here.
The guy is so forgettable. It's just a walk in, kill him, and move on.
Just kind of boop him, scoot.
Oh, okay. This also came up when I searched DexFag, and it's actually amazing. And I'm going to turn this one into a token for totally different reasons.
Hi, that's actually good art. That's not at all a dex fact.
I know it isn't, but at the same time, oh no, it is. I mean, that's a balance build, I guess.
Well, balance builds don't count. 'Cause it's strength and dex.
Yeah. But yeah, I was genuinely surprised when I looked and was like, that doesn't look like a shitty meme. What the fuck?
Wait, if you're playing DexFag, does that mean I'm playing Giant Dad?
Essentially.
Yeah.
At least until Daddy Longlegs shows up. Then that's very much him. I mean, he's got the mask as well.
At least people can look at me. He's a fucking masquerade breach. He probably looks like that milkman from what the fuck's it?
All these memes against Tayton on dex fags, I've gotten my revenge with Sekiro. All that salty tears.
all those child babies.
I'm honestly quite happy to know that game soaked up a lot of your excess salt.
Oh, that made me so happy. But yes, I guess I'm hitting the streets.
You gonna hit the
Detail,
streets?
is your body ready for the Sekiro deal?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was coming.
And
That's what made me happy.
I could always ask Etienne if she still knows any fellow hunters.
You know what? Ironically, a tempered hunter would not be the worst for a shepherd to embrace, considering what we are.
Hey,
Actually,
I know I'm a vampire, but I'm a vampire who hunts other vampires.
And they'd be like, yes, we've all seen Blade, weirdo.
It's like, have you seen Blade? That's what I basically am.
Hi there, my name is Blade the Vampire.
I'm
Just
black,
call
I
me
got a
this
katana. I'm
Wait.
black, I got a katana, I have leather
Does-
pants. Come on.
I was not Blackula.
No, not Blackula. Okay. Let's see here. If you want to just troll the street, roll me a chance die.
Alright. Nope.
Okay, no, you were not assaulted by a hunter. Probably for the best.
For them, I mean, jeez.
Okay. So, you're generally interested in finding people who look like they're good in a fight. You're looking for young, looking for old. Do you care if they're criminal?
Generally looking for young. Generally looking for people, like, trying to look at more troubled places and seeing if anybody's, like, doing the right thing when nobody thinks they're looking. So I'm gonna definitely be, like, shadowing around invisible.
Okay. Let's go with an extended test. I'll ask for one from you and one from Rose, and that'd be, Rose trying to scope out some stuff. She can have Etienne try and give her some assistance dice. Let's see here. We'll fucking throw you guys over to city map. Fucking grab your token, put it where you're searching, and roll the dice. How you search, what skills you use, suggest them, and then I will say yay or nay.
Let's go to the Poor District for now. Let's search around. I want to be using, I guess if this be raw perception. Just like, what's composure? As I'm looking around, trying
Sure.
to see if, anybody's in a hard situation is doing a good thing. Maybe if there's some way that I can orchestrate it so where I can, like, make it so I can test a person's character, then I will try to do that.
Yeah. Setting a test for people that you're interested in childing is a good way to handle it.
That sounds like Mystic Glass.
Well, I mean, it's technically what Tim did to acquire Benedict, was set like riddles all around the city to see if he'd solve them.
And who's fucking in torpor?
That's true, but
Well-
guess who's not in torpor? His child.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess don't turn evil the moment you get a child.
yeah.
I would point out, that was back when Tim was sane, before he ate a Strix and went totally doolally.
The
Yeah,
space of time between you getting that child and then eating a Strix is actually probably like a session, maybe 2 sessions apart, though. So that is a concern that you have to keep an eye out for on DCL.
I mean, the whole point of doing this is just like, oh shit, I've come across a sword of great power that I cannot trust to anybody. I want to train up somebody who can take over the sword if for some reason somebody comes after me trying to get this shit.
You literally want to start a dynasty, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I'm starting at a dynasty based around this badass fucking come at me bro sword.
The Way of the Sword. It should literally be a dynasty's
That's
name.
possibly the most
The way of
detailed
the
thing
blade,
I've
are you
ever
saying?
I
heard.
know, right? I know. I just had to sit back and admire that one for a little bit.
On the plus side, being in Invictus, you do get a lot of benefits for being in a dynasty.
Yeah, but don't you see? While you all were fiddling around with the social cliques and
Don't you
Yeah.
fucking dare.
economic situation, he studied the blade.
God damn it, I did too! Oh, fuck!
Okay.
So, how does it feel, DCL, to be the Ascended me?
Well, it's business as usual.
You're the Awakened Mage version of the I Studied the Blade me.
So yeah, I guess it's just a wit's composure, right? I did not get nothing yet.
So yeah, you could... in the process of you looking for a child, it's entirely possible you could start trying to create a dynasty. Oh my god, that guy looks cool.
Yeah, I remember that token.
Oh, I know who that is. That's a character. That's
Oh,
the
that-
character art from Dresden Files. Morgan.
Yeah.
That motherfucker looks like a fucking mage hunter, if anything.
Looks
Well,
like a
he's-
British mage.
Well, he's a mage and a mage hunter, technically.
Yeah, he's both. That guy is cool. I like the dex fact right there. I'm now like looking into dynasty stuff to see if there is something difficult about creating one, because the only thing I saw was like how to join one, but you could technically take it at 3 dots and just be the patriarch of a dynasty.
I think you have to be minimum an elder to start.
Nope,
I think.
the only prerequisite is clan status, 1 dot.
Really?
Yep.
Clan status, though.
I have 2 dots. But
Yeah, he's got 2 dots for clan status. He's been a shepherd now, and he leads a coterie.
Wait, do you have 2 dots clan status or covenant status?
Oh, covenant status.
Of course. Oh shit! Right.
Clan status would be like status gangrel.
Really?
That is tough.
You have to make a name for yourselves among other gangrel.
How the
What
fuck
what
would
do
I make a
gangrel what do gangrel even do specifically?
kick-ass
Fuck
take
dogs.
names?
Well, fucking there you go.
Thoughts.
I mean, yeah, you probably should have dots of that, but it's not something anyone ever buys.
Yeah, I mean,
How the
I will say if you want to buy clan status gangrel, then you totally do qualify those prereqs. You've been recognized by big important people and done big stuff, and you run a coterie, as aforementioned. Like, you are a badass takes no shit gangrel.
At least a member of a code.
for that matter, how the fuck do I get clan status Nosferatu? I'd imagine they'd be kind of hard to improve.
I think actually to get clan status Nosferatu, you have to significantly piss off other people.
I think the best way to get clan status in Nosferatu would be getting information people don't want you to have.
That's
Yeah.
a Meket thing.
No.
Yeah, Nosferatu have massively changed since VTM DCL. That's no longer their shtick in the slightest.
No,
Oh, okay.
Their shtick is being ugly and disliked.
Oh. That's a downgrade. I mean, at least
It
they
is.
were ugly and disliked
Yeah,
information.
yeah, they
there
were
before.
ugly and disliked before. Now they are ugly and disliked, and
I
Nothing.
Sip
say,
my water.
I don't think they really have a shtick nowadays, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but also, what do I need to roll?
They're kind of like the goth kids that just sit in the corner and mope.
your perception roll, right?
Alright. 2 successes.
Okay,
Wait, why is... Oh, yeah, no, that's right.
that's correct.
I
You
saw
was
a
thrown
2
off by
first.
not throwing 12 dice at something, just fucking reach through your computer and slap you. Not supposed to!
Look, I'm not saying you're right, but...
Okay, what would you like me to roll? Presence socialize for this?
Yeah, whichever you think is good. You can have Etienne try and assist you as her want.
Yeah. She's not very good at socialization. She is very average. Wow, no skill above a 2?
That's because she has 6 experience for you to start putting things in above them.
Ah.
She is close to a jack for you, so that you can choose the direction that she grows in. That's the whole point.
Only 3 dots in mental skills.
Yep, she was a hunter before she became a professional sleuth.
She's not even a proper player character.
No, it's because she wasn't a player character. She is a translated NPC stat block, which they tend to have a very specific shtick, and then, you know, like just a dice pool I pick, and she was attacking with like 6 and 7s back in the day. And that's down
She'll
to
get
her
me-
having a specialization.
She'll give me 1 die.
Okay. But yeah,
Uh,
it is for you to dictate how she get good at things.
does Majesty apply? Or can Majesty apply?
I believe so, yeah, you're in your club.
This
You've
is
got-
what? 1 extra die?
Yep.
Flush 2. Shaka bra.
I hear a crying puppy in the background.
Yep.
5 successes. So at some point over this 2 weeks, you're going to come across, like, the perfect person. How they become the child is going to be another matter entirely. But, I suppose that then I should put the question to DCL. You described what you want out of a child, but, like, taking into account Rosa's clientele, like, all manners of people from all races and creeds, genders, heights, sexualities, like literally all of that stuff. Like they all do pass through the doors.
Wait, with a 5 success, do I just get to be like, yeah,
I'm telling, yeah, I'm cut me off. I'm literally saying like all of these types of people come through, so you can literally right now dictate an appearance and something that they're good at, something that's made them stand out to Rose as like this is the DCL choice.
give me a second. I'll get back to you with this.
There's my suggestion.
Okay, you done
Not a
it.
bad suggestion.
That is a really good suggestion.
I like it.
I like that a lot.
Indeed.
She's a cute. I'm probably gonna go with her, at least in token art.
She
The
looks,
baseball.
I must swear again. She looks cute enough. She would look cute being choked out.
Wait, what?
Alright, I mean, when...
She did
everybody-
shut up.
Is anybody gonna repeat that?
No.
So I think
You would look cute being choked out.
Okay, I thought that's what I heard. To be fair, this is Rose's club, so that's not even a comment that's remiss. Anyways,
The noble baseball.
There is a picture of her bound up in like shadow webs. I mean,
Oh my.
but no. Yeah,
Share
come
with
back
the
to me on
class?
yeah. Because it's on DeviantArt, I have to rehost it so I can actually link it properly.
Ah, yeah.
DJ, you know what's hilarious?
what?
I made a gangrel that I called Louisville Slugger that uses specifically a baseball bat.
And the stars align.
Yeah. I am
Neat.
actually, yeah. She's sadly she's not a dex bag because baseball bats are not, for
Yeah, they're technically not a dex weapon.
But
I
then
mean,
again,
technically
Dex,
not-
technically in World of Darkness, there are no
Nothing
Dex
is a
weapons,
Dex
so that doesn't
Yeah.
fucking matter.
well, she does way more damage though because right.
Yeah. That said, there's nothing saying that you can't start fucking developing a Dex-Fag fighting style if you don't want to go down the route of a dynasty. Or I suppose you could do technically both hand in hand.
Yeah, but at least for personnel,
I mean, that already exists.
It's not called Dex-Fag fighting style though, is it?
no.
Fair. It is just light weapons.
Would a baseball bat count as a light weapon?
No.
No.
There we go. I'm gonna stop flooding the chat with it.
Yeah.
I like that one. That one right there is just about right. That there is a light weapon. You could dex with a crowbar. Or at least a smaller crowbar like that.
Yeah, those tiny little things that weigh like 5, 6, 7 kilos. You just whip
yeah.
it around in your hand.
A crowbar is a one-handed weapon. It has damage rating of 2. It is absolutely valid for the light weapon fighting style.
Which, in all
Yeah.
respects, is a pretty powerful weapon style. It is very risky. So risky.
Admittedly, sorry.
Oh yeah, it's just so risky. Well, the final 2 merits, I believe, that were really good, are so risky that even I'm like, ooh.
Which book is this in, Hurt Locker?
Yeah.
No, it's in the core book.
I'll be fucking damned. Something useful in the core book?
Yeah, page 63 has light weapons. It may have been expanded in Hurt Locker. I wouldn't put that past them.
The only 2 merit styles that were expanded in her locker were martial arts and grappling.
Yeah.
In grappling's
Oh
case, it was
god, you're right.
upgrade.
Sacrifice defense. If you succeed, it's aggravated damage. I mean, that is
Wait, what?
amazing. Vital
I
shot.
thought it was sacrifice his points of defense for extra damage.
No. Your
Not
your
aggro.
character can use their smaller weapon to get into an opponent's defenses and hit where it hurts most. Sacrifice your character's defense for the turn to use this maneuver. If the attack roll succeeds, the attack roll causes 1 point of aggravated damage. It always goes through, in addition to the damage rating of the weapon.
Yeah, but the main damage rating would still just be lethal.
Yeah, you cause a point of
Wouldn't
aggravate.
get it all aggravate.
True.
Yeah.
Although putting on a box of aggravate in any case is usually pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And, I mean, there would be nothing stopping you from combining that with carving. They are complementary styles.
Actually,
I thought you can only use one
baseball
style
bat.
at a time.
yeah.
No, third.
Her baseball bat.
Oh, that's actually not the rule.
No, Hurt Locker has stuff for combining fighting styles.
Stacking
Basically,
fighting merits. Can you use more than one fighting style maneuver or other merit in a single attack? Sometimes. The following rules apply. If nobody can explain how the maneuvers would stack, it doesn't work. You need to describe an action that brings them together. Your 2-pistol backflip neckbreaker's probably going to sound dumb unless you can somehow make it sound amazing. The required
okay.
equipment or other circumstances for all the maneuvers must be used must be present. So if it applies to light and applies to carving, yes. You can't fight stack merits that penalize one trait more than once or impose the same disadvantage more than once. So you can't drop your defense twice to do the same maneuver.
Which carving does nothing. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
that's-
Even if they cumulatively would not reduce it below 0, so it's like any time there is a lowering of defense and two merits, you cannot You can't stack them for a fight, but otherwise, yeah, it's fine. And you can't stack maneuvers using different dice pools unless changing the dice pool is a benefit the merit specifically confers. For example, you can use fighting finesse with maneuvers that require strength weaponry. They'll use dexterity weaponry instead, but you can't combine a merit that uses weaponry with one that uses brawl.
To be fair, technically, I guess fighting finesse is a maneuver that we've just been letting go by because otherwise that would be the worst.
Could I add something real quick?
Sure.
Some that I actually kind of like the one picture with a baseball bat, and I looked it up. Metal baseball bat is statistically identical to the crowbar, so you could use it for light weapons, except it also has the stunning quality, which me and Mercedes determined that's fucking awesome.
Wow.
Then, yeah, sure. Light metal baseball bat, totally valid light weapon.
I thought all stunning did was make you count a size category lower for stun.
No. So stunning doubles the damage rating of a weapon for the purposes of stun. It's hitting the head that makes them count as a size category lower. So with a baseball bat, damage 2, to stun an ordinary person, you just need to hit them. The 1 damage as part of hitting them, plus the 4 damage from the damage rating, is automatically sufficient to stun a normie.
Damn.
That's how you take down Yvonne.
Nah, because Yvonne's so, like, fucking jacked
No,
and has so much
we
HP.
determined that Yvonne needs his fucking sledgehammer to even begin dropping him.
Yeah, no, Yvonne wouldn't give a shit.
Or, you roll 2 successes on the baseball bat attack.
Yeah.
No, because if you spend willpower, you can just not be stunned, and you take, like,
Oh, yeah.
some penalties,
Oh,
but, like, those penalties would not be enough to make you survive Yvonne.
However, sledgehammer does also have knockdown, but that's getting off topic.
I also think if you're Garu and you heal the damage that stunned you, it doesn't matter anymore.
I say
think-
that's reasonable. But
Yeah, that sounds fair.
the other problem
I'm
is
just saying
the
you
giant.
all took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
The giant
aware of that.
katana definitely is not a light weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
That is a good point.
That said,
And
she
it's-
would, if you took this person, come pretty big with a light weapon. Nothing so you can't teach them more weapon styles, but I think that sounds fair.
You could teach her Majima slugger style. DCN.
But, but yeah, as far as personality goes, if it's gonna be like the perfect match, definitely a scrappy, come at me, lightweight girl. She's got a heart of gold. Is trying her best.
Sure.
Can you stop fucking describing my Louisville Slugger character?
No, because she's my character now. When Vamp CL dies and/or retires, this is who I'm playing.
Dude, I'll just fucking send you the character sheet and everything because
So yeah, Rose, you spot someone, and they catch your eye because, they're cute, they're charming. You've seen them before. But on this occasion, she is a little bit drunk. She came in with like a whole party of people, and they've sort of frittered away by this point. And she watched someone get their drink poured on them, which is pretty fucking rude, but your bouncer was like just the other side of the room. They weren't there to stop that from happening. And the very first thing that she did was tap on this much larger person's shoulder and slug them square in the jaw, at which point your bouncer comes up and like gets their arms under her shoulders and will escort her out. She did the right thing, of course, but she absolutely just like fucking thumped dude right in the jaw. And that's a no-no in a bar. That said, later, the individual that she stood up for will probably, go outside and see her and thank her. Which, as well, I think that you probably catch a glimpse of. Before she disappears into the night. So many casters and casings. Lucy? Sounds good. Sure it's not. Yuki? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that does happen at some point during these 2 weeks. You can notify DCL of that. Of course, I'll leave that to you to role play it out. Maybe have to rest my voice and take breaks because it's just been hay fever city today.
All right. Oh. Third probably had to go ring.
Alright, yeah, she's probably on puppy patrol. In which case
Paw
we will.
Patrol.
Yeah, in which case we'll get back to that in a bit. As for
I
you guys and your salesmaning. Let's see here. So it
Jar.
is on the. Let's just jump back over to here so I can check the dates. So it's the 4th when you started selling. In 2 weeks. It's the 18th when you finish. It is the 19th when a message is essentially passed along to your door. And it is the
Enter.
bartender asking to see you.
Very well. Is there any urgency in the message?
Not technically, no.
No, then I quickly and then quickly wrap up what I'm doing and get their trusty briefcase in hand.
Sure thing. When you head out onto the Elysium floor, the bartender is in a conversation with someone who you've probably seen a couple of times. It might be one of her ghouls. They nod politely and scamper off, and you're waved over.
I step forward.
Mr. Wexler, it has come to my attention that you are doing an awful lot of resource-based business out of the Elysium at the moment.
Yes.
Now, I can't help but notice that this is following in the wake of your group's brief step away. It was not hard to figure out that you've been to Bern. And while I'm sure that everything that you all got up to is above board and in no way could come back to trouble us, I at least think that I should do you the courtesy, since you've committed such wonderful jobs, of warning you beforehand that the Elysium is, after Christmas, expecting a visitor. They are one who is coming from Bern, however. Now, before they arrive, been led to believe that this individual has not made any requests in regards to your group. In fact, it seems suspiciously like a coincidence. I have learned not to believe in such things. Have you cultivated any problems while you were away in Switzerland that might cause the Elysium, the Invictus, some troubles?
Practice brain. This is when I say practice brain, it's literally it wouldn't by any technicality be I'm talking to the DM here.
Yep.
Sorry, storyteller. it wouldn't technically be anything that is rooted to the Invictus themselves, because position and who the Order of Cool is a separate entity.
Mm-hmm. Technically, as far as you're aware, you haven't stepped on any vampiric toes. There's definitely some kind of enchanted fucker who was involved at the Privat Bank, but nothing that could have been, sourced to the Invictus.
Mm. Then I just mention it not by any technical means or manners.
Mm-hmm. And if they chose to feign investigate this matter on their arrival, we would be able to tell them they have no issues doing so. Because rejecting such a matter, although perfectly within our remiss, something that is inconvenient to decline.
They are welcome to investigate whether or not they will find anything that's up to their investigators' expertise. Because of causation, correlation, causation.
I see. Well, I wouldn't say I've been exactly put at calm here, but fair enough. Your identities, are they known there, in general?
By things self-given names, no. Fake given, yes, under at least a 20 to 30 step difference deep.
Of course, you only had to say cover names. We're familiar with the concept.
Yeah.
Very well.
No.
She rubbed her chin for a moment. That's all I had to ask. I figured I would do you the courtesy of telling you. The prince himself is actually
Most
quite
grateful.
excited about this. Most different of visitors. Tell me, have you ever heard of someone called the Morrigan?
Well, other character. Soul would. No, instantly. With a snap. That would be. If I do, that's a different thing.
Okay. So the Morrigan, as they're known today, is an old, the old Irish mythology, super witch. The Morrigan was
Oh.
the three sisters.
The maiden, the matron, and the crow.
Yeah.
Oh. Then, yeah, he would know who the fuck that is.
Hmm.
Dangerous things. Or
Well,
no.
here's the thing. The Morrigan, as you know, is not one singular person, and also they shouldn't exist. This is someone who is going by that identity, however.
Well, there was where again the seven were supposed to be the boogeyman as well, but as we've seen, as we heard, the Coterie did their fair share of work with that.
Indeed.
So yeah, it mentions that he knows about
Very well. So far as we're aware, the Morrigan, the person, is a rather eccentric vampire, and that's literally all we know about it. Or them. They are Curious. You didn't cross paths with this person while you were in Bern?
No eccentric personnel, none low cover. Stayed away from very surveyed areas.
Very well.
I can't speak for individuals, all of the coterie, if they made contact, personal contact with any high-ranking officials there, but in general, we stayed away, kept as low profile as possible.
I see. Ponder for a bit. Very well. That's all I needed to make you aware of and ask of. So I suppose we shall all be surprised together. This mystery guest post-Christmas.
If you wish me to see what I can find.
A tempting prospect, but not a recommended one. Trying to dig up the dirt on them. Although a sensible decision could be seen as rude.
Yes, though unknown, eccentric, extremely powerful, with a very...
We don't
very
actually know
old
specifically of power.
Better to assume that they are than that there aren't.
I suppose. I pose no significant danger to us here, of course, but yes.
I always found that eccentricity and no paper trail makes them dangerous. Makes anyone dangerous. Both to the Invictus and its personnel.
Yeah. I obviously cannot stop you from looking into them, but if you're caught, I've already told you it's a terrible idea. Digging into people in the old world is often seen as improper on our part as the new bloods. And you can see she says so with at least not a small measure of disdain. Whether it's acted up is hard to say.
Mm. Well, we all serve our purposes in this own life, and wish me for not to do that. I shall not engage in any information seeking.
Very well. Yeah, she will, dismiss you. She does so politely enough. You don't appear to have pissed her off by any measure. Which is always good.
Bow and take my leave.
Yep. And yeah, by the time you come back around, you can see that the last of the transactions are completed. You'll be able to push the money out to your companions.
Yeah, this is 2 weeks of a lot of fucking laundry.
Yeah. But it's come out smelling
Holy shit.
roses.
Yeah. Yes. That's nice fun.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Good one.
I actually wish I could say I intended it I didn't on that occasion.
Yeah,
A rare one. A rare occasion.
yeah, yeah.
She wants the leftovers.
This is one of those like accidental 69 jokes that I'm just going nice.
I want some leftovers, Lily.
Yeah.
I guess she forgot that I have a game right now.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I had to whip the piss out of the cat.
Doing some
Okay.
mischiefs again, I'm
So
sure.
Yeah, she's being horny slut.
Ah.
Heat.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will be over the next couple of hours. There will be deposits in different forms, both electronically and direct set-ins from various accounts.
Yeah. You just turn up with a wad as well for Rose. Just a fucking
Yep.
lean stack of bells.
Yeah, he's gonna the classic fucking briefcase, but he's just going with 2 briefcases. This one is
This one's for business. This one is for pleasure.
yeah. This one is cuffed to his wrist because
Yeah. It's,
proper way of doing it.
yeah. Fucking full of goddamn money.
And Rose sees fucking Soul turn up to a goddamn club with his briefcase and another briefcase.
Sure. Okay. While you are heading up there, although similarly within this 2 weeks, Angelina has been, pushing the agenda for the help of the sales and speeding it along. You've had some time to yourself. Did you want to get started on looking for the PMC, or did you want to wait until your money came in? Or similarly looking into a combat ghoul or any of that kind of thing?
I definitely need to wait until the money arrives to, get in with the PMC, but I can probably start trying to find a ghoul that would be an appropriate watchdog beforehand.
Sure. How do you want to go about it? I mean, there are obviously already professionals that you could go through the job of ghouling, or you can go through the job of ghouling someone who you think would make a good professional. Who knows how you want to approach it?
Let's see. I think getting someone who is already skilled would be a good call. I want to have daytime security assured, and when I later expand, I can get ones who Henrik and I can mold perfectly. But for now, starting with an actual skilled one would be good.
Sure. I have curiosity, how large is like your salon, your area? Like how many people are visiting at any given time?
Let's see, I mean, when it's actually being the nighttime salon, probably just 3 dozen or so, like 30, 40.
Okay. Alright. I don't think we've ever had a real description of it. Please, do tell me.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. So, from the outside, it just looks like an ordinary, if somewhat large, home, three stories and quite wide. But when you head in, it's a couple of different things. The ground floor is a nice, fancy. Well, yeah. The ground floor is a nice, well-appointed tea shop. Plush chairs and tables fill out the first half of it. And behind that, there is the kitchen where the Metzgers work, and that's how it supports itself during the day. The salon proper is up on the second floor and is only open during the night. It's similarly well kept, very clean, and in a sort of an Regency style. Lots of decoration and gilding. The third floor is where is the private quarters for everyone, although Angelina herself sleeps in the basement beneath the building. It's the Metzgers and Henrik who actually live up there. But she still keeps an office up there, so if she ever has to invite someone here for a private meeting, they do not get access to her real inner sanctum.
Okay. I started looking as well for images of like regal Regency style salons, and they came really close to one, except it also happened to be a bar, which it's a little bit heavy-handed of an appearance, and also not large. Oh, it doesn't fucking do that cross-posting bullshit. Just the link instead. Enjoy.
I'm clicking on the
It does take you to the
not
images.
allowed symbol.
Okay.
Did go.
Yeah. I hate that anti-linking. It's so pointless to do. It's not like it's like copyright protectable. It's just a fucking image of the place.
But yeah, largely like that. The furniture would be a bit nicer.
Yeah, I was looking for, again, like, it's really hard to find examples, especially when you're just trying to use Salon, because you can't... Oh, fucking hair salons. Like, this was a close one of Regency style, but it's a shitty tiny image, all things told. And it's, like, frighteningly claustrophobic. There's so much weirdness. But oh well. Yeah, okay. And so you can see, like, I'll give you 35 odds for someone having information. What kind of social role would you like to use for, you know, plumbing your nighttime regulars for strong peoples?
I think just socialize. Like get some people who are involved in the ghoul trafficking business in here and get them to, you know, talk and brag about their product.
Yeah. Look for people who've got some muscle boys around.
Yeah, manipulation, socialize.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Can I throw my seems trustworthy specialization at this?
I don't know that they specifically have a reason to mistrust you, unfortunately. you're basically trying to get people braggarty about it. It's not like it's a secret that these people have powerful individuals protecting them.
Well, I mean, it might mean they go into more detail than they otherwise would with someone who they are more they're conscious of as like competition in some way.
Okay. Alright, yeah, then sure.
Right? And professional training makes us 9 again, so.
Ooh. Hot garbage roll. Okay. So unfortunately, your salon contacts aren't. It's a very brutish conversation topic, frankly. Like, the one person that you do really get to go in depth about it is instead, introducing you to the concept of some kind of muscle-bound fuckboy that she picked up off the shores of Barbados, and had trained in weapons. She just sort of bigs up her own. Like, you get some pretty reasonable methodology on who to send someone to get trained, but she didn't really pick up someone trained herself.
I mean, that's still useful information.
Sure, then I'll take you to the city map. And
Also, what's this pink
I don't
squiggly mess?
I don't know. I really have no fucking idea. I'm gonna scribble that away. I don't know. It's gone now, whatever it was.
Okay.
It's been there a while, and I have no idea.
I don't know.
Oh, activators up there. Was that for the chase?
Oh, was the purple circles used as a chase? Maybe at some point.
Oh, is that where we ended up?
That sounds
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, right around here. God, it's that fucking thing where you have to hold down the click to start typing things and then you can edit it.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I can actually click into it and fucking write one out. There's a wilderness course and a gun range that is particularly good at, privately training people. There is, of course, a PMC nearby, but that generally involves having some kind of contract going, whereas instead you can basically sign up to get people boot camped at this place, so if need be. And they do also have a semi-public gun range that you can go and rent time at if you need training and practice yourself. I don't know if you want firearms dots, but that'd be the place to get them.
I mean, they would be handy. I'm quick and sight does as well as dodging bullets. Lets me do the full aim as a free action. So, I am good with gun.
Very nice. Although you're only good with gun, with cheating.
Well, yeah.
As are most vampires, it's fine. But yeah, there's a... So she does at the very least point you to a place that's good for training, but that would be a long-term thing where you pay to have a ghoul sent there to, be fucking put through the ringer, essentially, and then come out trained in the necessary dots to be your guard.
Yeah, I will probably send the Metzgers there at some point to have them pick up at least basic proficiencies. Yeah, they need to take care of themselves, my little Slavs.
They're just like a ringing. It's like the nicest portion of the middle class. They just say, "Oh no, the Slavs are coming." Getting in here, squatting on the wind.
As I say, if they're smart, they just get automatic proficiency in Kalashnikov.
Possibly.
They're just a
Alas.
letter away from being a problem.
Alas, they're about 100 years too old for Kalashnikovs.
but they could have 2 Kalashnikov.
Well, no, they would just get given the flintlock.
Fuck, what would I have?
What, you with a gun? Hard to say.
I mean, I
Hey,
think you
remember that fucking
Mox.
cane sword flintlock gun that I posted before?
With the cane lock.
Yeah, because you can either pull the blade out and fire the bullet, or you can fire the fucking blade at somebody as well.
I mean, that is the more metal option to shoot a sword
I
at
was
someone.
about to say, that is... I think I remember this now, because I made this comment when I last heard it. Shooting a knife at someone seems like possibly the most extra thing I've ever...
Oh goodness. But yes, you've
But yes,
you've been informed of a training location at the very least. So if you do end up doing it in the opposite order and finding like really solid, like a baseline of ghoul material, just like a particularly healthy character who looks like they fucking know the business, you could essentially just invest, well, for you with your vast money, you wouldn't notice the investment, invest money in sending them to the gun range wilderness survival course for like a month, and then back comes a watchdog ghoul.
Yeah. So, that would... They would also get training for the Watchdog merit there, or...
The watchdog merit is the kind of thing that you essentially just as the Rainant, the one with the Auspex, decide to like bequeath them. Like they don't have to work hard to get the watchdog merit, but they have to be capable of utilizing it anyway, so they need those survival skills so they can actually, like, getting them the associated dice that go with Auspex tests, for instance, like getting their perception up, their wits composure would increase, their shooting, they're actually being able to fight and use that knowledge. It's not actually hard to give someone the watchdog trait, they're just pretty fucking useless if you're giving up your Auspex of the day to one single person you can choose from, and you choose Billy Shitgun.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. Watchdog's more a title. Giving people the merit is easy. If you have Auspex, you can just say, I want to give my ghoul this merit.
Cool.
But yeah. Don't go giving it to Billy Shitgun. No one wants to do that.
well, if he has a gun that shoots shit, so...
It's true, that was the main problem going forward, was that Billy Shitgun used a gun that shot shit.
Yeah,
I thought that guy's name
but it
was
all
Wolf.
depends on... It all depends on how you maneuver it.
Oh, come on. I mean, alright, that was a good stretch. But okay. But yes, your 2 weeks are mostly occupied making yourself rich again. And you do manage to do some salon squeezing. You've uncovered a pretty good location for trading. And as I said, like, it's still a gun range, although you can't really afford to play characters to just put yourselves out of action for a month at a time. When progress will occur. You can certainly do things like a go to the gun range so that you can say, I put a dot in firearms, and I go, alright, no problem. I assume you went to the place that teaches you to put a dot in firearms.
Yeah.
One day Rose will do that.
Yeah, now you know the perfect location.
Or Rose will continue to suck at firearms.
Just stay shit there forever.
I mean, she got her boss kill.
She did. She did get her boss kill. Turns out Bane's real good.
Bane and point blank range with a shotgun.
Yeah. They're both great. Both great.
Don't need 2 eyes for that.
No. No, indeed. Okay. Let's see here.
So I missed, what's her name?
Oh.
Tearing up my club?
While you're like looking around people, there was someone who stood out as particularly like this. This is the person that DCL is looking for. Like, one of your bouncers was on the other side of the room, and a particularly large individual essentially poured his drink down another girl's top, and up walks this lovely lady, and fucking, taps him on the shoulder and slugs him right in the jaw and knocks him down. But, she's only a tiny waif of a thing, and she technically threw the first punch, so, like, you see her essentially being hauled out by a bouncer, shouting curses at him until she's kicked out. And then later on you see the person who got the drink poured on them go out there and thank them for the standing up for them in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah, you can certainly tell DCL of this. Fucking try and find out where she lives or any of that stuff, that's no problem. She might have paid with cards, so you'd probably have those details somewhere. She had a tab.
Like, do that when my section rolls around then.
Cool. Alright, let's see here. Gideon, you two have been taking up most of the 2 weeks doing political maneuverings, finding people who will purchase bits and pieces here and there. But as with everyone else, you've managed to find at least some time to get involved in at least some measure of your personal goals. Is there anything that you'd like to try and accomplish during this 2 weeks?
Yes, 2 things. One, spending time with the girl who works under me, and starting to teach Furyu what he has become.
Okay then. Let's see. What kind of... It sounds like 2 separate skill tests. What kind of dice would you like to throw at chatting with your underling?
Let's see here. Awkward small talk and just trying to be friendly with the underling, I guess.
So yeah, that sounds like socialize, and that would go with wits or composure or manipulation. Personally, I feel like it takes resolve and composure to make small talk with people, but that's just me.
I would personally argue for presence in that case.
Present socialize? Alright.
Present socialize?
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to win her over, I guess.
Sure, go for it. Give yourself 1 extra dice, like you've literally protected their building before.
Remember your clan curse.
Does that activate right now? Since what blood potency is he?
4.
Oh. Yeah, I think it activates then.
I mean, it would be humanity where it
okay,
where it
that's
might
good.
not activate, but we also decided it had been a plot point before. We're keeping it as activating all of it.
I don't even fucking remember what my clan curse does exactly.
You're treated as like a couple of points a lower humanity for the purposes of interacting with humans. So what is your
7.
Let's see if Humanity 5 has any significant negatives.
A -1 die penalty on any roll to relate to humans.
Okay, then that will cancel out your bonus and it'll be raw present socialize. Hey, not bad at all. She's a busy and diligent worker. Explains that she had a pretty extended family, all things considered. But for the most part, they've all gone off in their own different directions.
I've had family before. Most of them are, if I believe, all of them are now long gone. Would want to visit the albino in America anyway.
You're being a little bit too quiet.
Damn it again. Sorry.
Like, it started audible, and then it got less audible.
Sorry. Yes, I've had family before, and now they're all long gone. Or they choose not to associate with me much. I may have some old friends, but they may have forgotten me, and I may have forgotten some of them.
She recommends some like nice like little clubs and places you could go to. You're pretty sure some of those recommendations are like a bingo night. You'd love bingo night.
I can't say I've ever played bingo.
You would love bingo night. You should try it.
Perhaps chess.
Well, I suppose there are clubs
Chess
for
is
that
fun.
as well, although you'd be travelling all the way up to the students, surely. There's a big chess club at the Polytechnic and at the college.
Oh, it sounds nice. It's good.
She will
I will
nod
have to see.
awkwardly.
I apologize if I've been keeping you for too long.
Oh no,
If
that's fine. You're the boss.
If you want to go, you can. I won't keep you any longer.
She'll glance at that. I'm still on the clock for another 10 minutes. I will get this wrapped up before I go.
Okay, you get that work done, and I need to prepare to visit someone else.
She will wish you luck with that and goes to return to like organizing some trimming, especially since there is a certain degree of finesse in getting bulletproof weave in a suit, and each of these works do take time to put together. She's not a stranger to working late to get it done in the first place.
Remember to lock up, and I will be back when I can.
Yep. She will give you a nod.
And Gideon will head out the door, put on his more serious face, grab his motorcycle, and head over to the hospital. Try to meet this very unfortunate ghoul.
Alrighty then. Okay. When you get to the hospital, it's been like a week or so. And when you arrive, he has already left, insisting he's totally fine, even though he had to walk with his arm in one of those holdy-uppy arm casts. He's like, nope, I'm good, I'm done, I'm leaving, and he left. He has gone back to his home.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, no, they only managed to keep him there for a week with his life-threatening injuries. He's already fucked off.
A week was generous.
I do believe I have the boy's number, so I suppose I could call him to contact him. I don't know, can I just summon him to like come into like an empty lot or something to talk or some shit?
Yeah, you want to socialize and do some chat again. I'm running out of voice, so if we could put it to just a dice roll, that'd be dope.
Yeah, essentially this can be a breakdown. Do you know what you've become? What have you been feeling, etc., etc. I can teach you to become more than what you are. I chose you for a reason. It's essentially the standard, like, you are mine now. I must teach you how to become better than what you are.
Sure, okay. Tell you what, give me a skill test. And if you get a dramatic on it, you can pick one of your dots of one of your vampire powers. Essentially grace him with that. I forget if there's a limit to which ones ghouls are allowed to actually fucking have.
No.
No. Okay. Then yeah, you can pick whichever one of them and teach them a dart if you get a dramatic success. So you can really
According to
fucking
what I
arm
learned,
twist it.
they can learn any of the like universal merits and your two ink.
Cool.
I mean,
They
you're
can learn any. They follow the same rules for learning disciplines as vampires.
Awesome.
okay. All right, what would you like me to roll?
What do you want to roll? I will give you. I will say that your negative doesn't apply. You're not interacting with the human after all. You're interacting with a ghoul.
Oh, it does apply to ghouls.
This
It's specific-
is his ghoul. So I'm gonna
It
say
still
this.
applies to your ghoul.
Really.
That's
That's so brilliant.
yes. The only things it does not apply to are other vampires and your touchstones.
What are we talking about?
The Nazi
That's
But-
a
curse.
Nazi curse.
Oh yeah.
That is actually a big part in the Half-Damned book about playing a Nosferatu ghoul, how you deal with the fact that the person you are addicted to and will spend eternity serving is fucking terrifying and weird.
I mean, just blood bomb them to maximum and then get a +3. You just have a
Even
Yandere stalker
despite-
now.
Even despite the blood bond, it's kind of like a weird, sickening thing in the pit of your stomach. Like you are.
Well, Half-Down
devoted to this
specifically is about how you do that as a player, so it's not very interesting as a player to say, the problem is solved, I am Bloodborne 3. Like, that's that's not exactly the way you want to do it.
Would resolve intimidation work or no? Or
I mean, are you interested in teaching him Nazi powers? So I would say yeah. If you want to fucking be like, you're the beast that... I'm sorry, my voice is actually completely dying on me now.
okay, if I want to teach him resilience 1, what would
Is there ever a role that comes up, like a attribute role, where you would use resilience as a modifier? I don't think it ever comes up as having its own associated attribute role.
No,
No,
I mean,
because it just adds into stamina, so any
Yeah, that's
stamina roll includes resilience.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
I'd say just beat the shit out of him until he learns just to toughen.
I mean,
Wow.
I was gonna say on any other person, sure, but yeah, you know what, Faru would probably be someone that you could fight the knowledge into. Just fucking, it's like, here's what you are, and you just should throw down. So yeah, if you want to make this a fucking combat role that you're hunting for dramatic success in, you're welcome.
I feel it would be a little bit more esoteric, but
Concentrate. You are more than what you know. Be tougher. You are stronger.
Right now, let's see here. He should be still in a negative box. Probably like 2 bashing negative. So he's got a -2 to his thing. I take it you don't actually want to deal damage to him, or you will hospitalize him again because he's still quite hurt.
No, I don't want to hospitalize him again.
Okay. So you can pull your blow. Overall, you would like his defense right now is 5.
I don't know. Strength roll.
Go for it.
Since I'm pulling my blow, I'm not gonna add my vigor. All right.
Okay. Okay. Would you like to try any willpower and really push your luck?
You know what? I will.
You could pull 3 out the bank.
Did you remember to take his defense into account?
I did not, so I probably should just add the vigor for fuck's
You
sake.
probably do need to. And also, DCL, you're chewing on something. It sounds right.
Sorry.
if he's just taking the punch, does defense apply?
He's not just taking the punch. Like, he's not going to fucking sit there and take it like a baby. He's going to fight back at least a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you probably do. I'll let you throw a redo at this. Like, I'll let you put all your fucking and getting it. Actually, kind of makes more sense that you fucking put all your vampire into this shit. Yes, his defense is 5.
Okay, so strength, brawl, 4 from my vigor, -5 from that, and +3 from willpower. Toss that in, so I'm looking at strength brawl +2, I think.
Sounds about right, yeah. Ooh. Close, but no cigarillo. It's gonna take more than one beat down to, like, invest him with any skills, but after spending more time with you in a situation where, although fighting you aren't, you know, he doesn't literally think that he is fighting to not die, he is receptive to information. And over the course of your little spar, he comes to at least a measure more acceptance. It'll take some repeats of this to get that discipline to settle in.
And one more. I pull out a knife and I cut my palm. Drink. You will heal faster.
Let's see. Now, I need to move this dude over to a vampire page, and I'm going to hope really carefully that it doesn't fucking break everything. Nope, everything else is cool. Alright. You can have Vitae up to his stamina. And let's see here. I need to go into his directions. He has a Vitae addiction. Alright. 3. Oh yeah, no, yeah, he drinks. I forgot he's also got a fucking huge wound penalty. It's physically impossible to deny you in this current state. Yeah, he will drink.
Feel your wounds mending. Body repairing. Take what you need and feel.
He's stubborn and prideful, but he's also fucked up. It should be a chance to die at least. You're right. Will he get a 10? Will he be like, oh, heal myself? No, he won't. He'll take what he can get. He'll take his power up.
You're destined to be more than just a mere thug. It is only on me to shape it.
Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, overall, not a perfect success, but certainly progress. And let's rotate back around again. Saul is delivering money to everybody. It is the 18th. Some of your bank accounts have already been updated with money. Saul is personally arriving at Rosa's place of work with a briefcase full of cash. What kind of events going on at the club on the 18th, are they?
This is already 2 weeks down?
Yes. Sorry, is there something you wanted to come and showing it?
Oh, yeah, I didn't get a chance to...
Oh, of course, you didn't have your... I forgot, right, that was helping DCL. Sure. Over the 2 weeks, as with everyone else, you have a lot of your time tied up in moving money, moving product.
Yeah.
But you do have some time to yourself.
Recovering my Vitae.
Mm-hmm.
I presume I don't really have to roll for 2 weeks worth, or should I still also roll for
You
that?
guys can all be considered at, like, at the end of this 2 weeks, you can have half full Vitaes and just call it at that as you maintained. That'd be healthy.
Okay.
That's right. You've got 2 weeks of not being kept under horrible stress. You can feed unabated. And that balances out to, like, halfway. You're busy, you got shit to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I will, once I'm done relaxing from that thing, go around and check my contacts, see what's been going on in San Pasado while I'm gone. Checking with Etienne, with my werewolf bros.
Sure.
Luckily, Undead Werewolf, we aren't quite caught up to the final season of Game of Thrones.
That's
That's
great.
gonna be fun.
Oh, beautiful rose woman. Why are they doing this wrong now? DC, breathe on your mic again.
Shit, sorry, I thought I'm muted.
Every time. Okay, sure, yeah, you get to have your little chill out. Have some social time. Hang with some werewolf bros as well.
Yeah.
You've had increasing exposure with the local pack.
We're on pretty good terms.
Yep. They aren't aggressive terms, which is the best you can frankly hope for in this case, and they inform you that your smell is of the least repulsive of your companions.
I probably even have like a bit of spiritual shit going on around me, given my contact with the Loa and my ability to see spirits.
You see ghostos.
I can see spirits.
Oh, you can see spirits.
I can call on the Loa to let me see and interact with spirits.
Okay, and tell you what, would you like to make a roll? I think there's a roll with you asking Alert for the ability to see spirits, right?
Yeah.
Make that roll. We'll see if we can preclude what happens next.
Let me just down there. That is presence, persuasion, rapport. It is right up Rose's alley.
Oh yeah.
Asset skill and watch out. Oh well.
Okay.
2 successes. 2 successes.
2 is 2. Alright then. So, when you do look into the spirit, there are some very obvious ones that stick out. There's like the spirit of love. There's the spirit of just industry and business, the spirit of music, the spirit of drink, of excess. Most importantly, there is a spirit that you notice hangs around your club. It's this large, almost gluttonous thing by this point. It is a spirit of lust. And you notice that it's been getting definitely a lot larger recently. Even with werewolf clientele, it tries to walk in the back of your footsteps, especially when you leave the business. It still walks with you a ways before it starts to drift back towards the club. And it's certainly getting a bit big for its britches.
I am a quite lusty individual.
And indeed, you cultivate a lot of lustful gazes, a lot of lustful eyes. Basically, you are a great big meal to this spirit as long as it's following where you go. Now, there are certain implications to having a big, growing spirit follow you around all the time. Some of them positive. They certainly reflect on the world in a measure, and enhance your natural majesty, such as it were. But it's also a very tempting target and a potent meal for Borkos, a good target for a hunt. However, since this spirit of lust is attached to you in neutral ground, they can't even ask you. Yo, can we hunt this thing chasing you? Because they would literally be trying to use your neutral ground as essentially a hunting zone, and that's no bueno in their contract.
But they'd be asking consent.
They would be, but again, seeing a pack hunt is not. It's not a gentle process, and it's, regardless of consent, the one being fed on, the spirit, that's not going to be consenting. They cannot, in the name of the contract signed, in all good fortune and favor, feed on this spirit.
Okay. They can't feed on my ground.
Correct.
Would they like to feed on it if I were to lead it away?
They very much
Does-
would, yes.
Almost seems against the spirit of the club, but it is a spirit, so metaphysically it's fine. Is this the gist I get from them when I'm like talking with them?
Yeah, effectively, the spirit doesn't consent, so the idea of trying to hunt it on your grounds breaks the contract that they have signed. Whether they or any vampire werewolf thinks of it as breaking it or not doesn't matter. That's not what the pact says. The spirit never consents to being eaten outside some very rare circumstances.
That's well, like the bigger they get, right? The more dangerous they are.
Yeah, an affirmative. Yes, effectively, they are. More importantly, they become a more worthy hunt.
But would it become a danger to the people in the club? Maybe if it became too hungry.
It could never... because it gets everything that it needs and wants, it's unlikely it would ever pose a direct threat, but indirectly its influence could cause harm to people. Unintentionally, they will admit, but still.
So, culling it might be in the best interest of the club and its patron.
Yeah, you can get some nods at that particular wording choice.
And you don't actually have to kill it, right?
Correct, they do not have to destroy it. They can instead render it down to a shadow of its former being. It will gradually grow again, but it will pick different feeding grounds most likely. And those probably won't be quite so potent, and even if they are, they would hopefully be in, not neutral ground, somewhere they can actually go and get their fucking hunt on in the shadow, or in Twilight, or whatever the fuck.
Here's an idea. We don't want to necessarily chase it off, because it's just a nice spirit getting its fill. But you want to hunt it. It's a nice challenge. It's a nice juicy target. What if you conduct a hunt in its honor? Come to the club, do your ritual hunt stuff, maybe in a lustful manner, and start the hunt. Honor the spirit and...
Alright, I'm gonna need a fucking test. Basically saying, can you
maybe
stop
not,
the fucking...
maybe not, but no, just
Alright.
doing the... Yeah, I forgot about the... Yeah.
Manipulation, persuasion.
Manipulation.
You're basically trying to fucking engineer some kind of wolf orgy in your place of working
I
hours.
Flirting count?
Well, I mean, do you want to get involved?
I don't mind being involved.
Yeah, alright then, flirting counts.
Oh,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Sweet
wow.
mother of God!
That's a lot of green in there.
You've been rolling from pretty hot fire today, Rose. I'm glad you didn't waste your good luck on me.
Alright,
At least we know where my fucking luck went.
Yeah, alright, so, it's like... 5 a.m. on, say, like the 16th of December. No, you're not 15th, middle of the month, makes sense.
Mhm.
It's quote-unquote closing time, and then you gently open the doors, and in filter a number of wolves of various orientations, connotations. Some have, swapped themselves up for this event's festivities, and apparently they're really into the idea of how fucking weird this will be. Like, they don't know what kind of word magic that you used to get, like, even their fucking alpha to be like, an orgy, to get a spirit for a big hunt, alright, I'm in. But you somehow
Well,
did it.
It's like by appeasing the spirit in this way, you're getting its consent and powering it up for an even better
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. You basically that, but worded less like, why don't you fuck here so that you can fight
Yeah.
the spirit. Okay. So yeah. Do you want to give me a stamina composure roll? It's 5 a.m. It's been a long day, and werewolves are not by any means gentle people.
Whoa, what the fuck is that?
What, the werewolf orgy?
No, 9 successes for you to start the werewolf orgy. Why don't you make that an aspiration?
I didn't know this was gonna happen.
That's a fair point.
Had I known that I could potentially start a werewolf orgy.
I know, right? Well, that's the thing. I was about to say you can never go wrong with a surprise orgy, but there's a very different description for a surprise orgy, so...
Turns out that each one of the male ones have the father's form, just so we can use Garu for fucking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna try to spend a willpower and get an
You-
exceptional.
You want to
success.
try and get an exception? You want to try and fucking cheek to cheek
What?
with the pack alpha?
I'm gonna go for it.
Alright.
Come on.
Yes!
Ooh!
Clapping cheeks. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, alright.
Become an honorable.
Yeah. So, the pack is pleased. They have a great time. You get into Smash with the pack alpha, even, who thinks that you are very good at what you do. It's amazing
What's
what
the pack
double
alpha?
jointed can accomplish.
Dude, lady.
They choose lady.
Oh, they can choose.
Yep.
Excellent.
And on this occasion, they chose lady. They knew your preferences at the very least. And yeah. Their actual hunt... God, with a 9, you probably fucking pulled together a huge pack of them. It's impossible for them to fail.
Of course, we did power it up.
No, that is true.
Potentially.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I thought I was hoping that would work. Rolling 20d10 for results greater than or equal to 7.
I mean... Oh, because you put the equals in. The equals breaks it.
I can't actually do greater than equal to, it just has to be greater than.
Yeah. Yeah, greater than includes the equals too.
Oh, then it should be fucking... Oh no, it includes the equals? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 7 again on this. Let's see here.
7 again.
7 again.
Yeah.
That's...
Impossible.
No, it isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wait, 7 again. Oh no, God, my brain. Yeah, 8 again even. 1, 2. Succeeding 7s. Yeah, no, sorry. Brain fucking. Wow. Okay. So they come up with 9 successes.
Not bad.
Well, that's an 8 there, so 8 again.
Yeah.
True. I got
Roll
another
a
8.
d10. Well, I get
I
Alright.
think,
exactly that shit.
I think they got it.
That was great.
Probably dead. That's more successes than this thing throws dice by already a long shot. Well, not by an already long shot. It's thrown 10, 12. It's possible. I could crush it.
So why are you including sevens here?
Oh no, I shouldn't have been. Only for the wolves. Take 2. Yeah, I mean it fails. It fails real hard.
Well,
They can't possibly do.
Greater than 7, so it's only counting 8 and up, right?
No.
No, it's counting equals as well for some fucking reason, but that's fine.
Oh.
They were succeeding 7s. So many of them, and they used it right. Okay. So yeah, their feast goes really well. The actual, like, hunting, feasting portion of it happens when you have to succumb to the day sleep, unfortunately. So you do not learn the results until the following day, but you were informed by a very sated-looking bouncer that it was a fantastic hunt all round. It has been left at, like, a glimmer at what it was, but it has not been rejected or barred from these doors, and it will once again grow strong.
Yeah.
But that might be a few years.
Next time I see it, I'll blow it a kiss.
Yep. Excellent. And then with that, we jump to the 18th.
And what day is the 18th?
The
I'll get it
18th
for you.
is Tuesday.
So it's possibly game night. Every other Tuesday is a game night. Let's just say it's a game night.
Okay.
People are coming in their like sexy D&D outfits.
Cool.
I fucking dare you to invite Gideon in his armor.
I mean, you're welcome. You got the schedule. People coming in like sexy
if
wizards
it's-
and robes and with their Magic the Gathering decks.
Sexy Gandalf and all that
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Stupid,
So,
sexy Gandalf.
but yeah, in this case, if it's the 18th, each and every one gets a message to rendezvous at Roses. As much as as much as Soul just enjoys being there. It's a convenience sake at the moment.
When I get that text, I'll text everybody the theme night. So come prepared.
You just get no.
Come prepared if you want to. There is no requirement.
What is the precise text you sent Gideon?
Come dressed up like RPG character.
What is an RPG?
It's a role playing game, you know, knights and wizards and stuff.
Do you
It's a
need me
rocket
to
propelled goblin.
Do you need me to come in my armor? I
Uh,
am a knight.
if you want, it's public.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a spectacle would I make of myself if a guy in full armor on a motorcycle went from a tailor shop to a strip club.
And is
Your
Comic-Con in
bike
town?
would have issues fucking getting there because of the weight of the armor. in
Not
it.
really. Like a and a bike can carry like
Okay,
multiple people.
yes, but the difference between functional armor and ceremonial armor in weight. Both know that.
Yeah, it's still considerably less than another person.
The only thing I could think of is
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
yeah, the only thing I could think
Yeah.
of is like the range of movement, but vampires really don't have to like.
Yeah,
Look,
his
if you can
strength, it doesn't
cartwheel,
fucking
you
matter.
can ride a bike.
You know,
No, yeah.
and you're wearing a helmet. They can't stop you for not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, but the technical standpoint, yes, just obfuscates ass as well.
You know, just for the sake of the masquerade, I'm not going to go there in the armor, but I am bringing the armor.
I would expect nothing less.
Does DCR dress up for game night?
I might need help assembling it, though.
DCF?
That's Saul will help you.
I was muted. Oh, you're getting me
Very-
involved in this?
I mean, you're meeting up there to get money. Get fucking paid.
Oh, okay.
We're all
mean,
meeting
that's
up
fair.
to get paid.
I thought you were getting me involved in helping you get armor. I'm like, what?
He already has
No,
the
no,
armor.
no, this.
I just
Okay,
need you to help me put
Yeah.
it on.
Yeah,
I'm not your
Saul will
squire.
Yeah, Saul
And you
will
were a
do it
squire.
because
But you are my
Okay,
inferior. You are an inferior knight.
I squint. Didn't we have this conversation? Don't I technically outrank you?
No.
He is your underling in this coterie. But as far as Invictus ranks, you're like... I don't know, you don't count, really. You're both different kinds of ranks. You're meant
You
to be
only got-
independent, so you can't be judged by knight ranking, but you are, as far as the Invictus is concerned, the head of this coterie.
Okay, fine. I'll make you a deal. I'll help you with the armor if you say please.
See, Darian, there went your chance to, make him give you a blowjob in exchange.
Oh my god, you're not here. You're not a part of this conversation.
You're not getting involved with gay thoughts.
Damn you, gay thoughts.
indeed this is it. All the gay thoughts.
Can't catch me, gay thoughts.
Like, whoever's been cleaning up the
Not
club
with
still
the
keeps
larping,
finding fucking fur.
Oh my
And
god.
still are werewolves.
The Roomba can only do so much against all
That
that
Roomba
fur.
is a valiant
just-
warrior.
They're just like, oh, somebody must miss their poor fursuit.
Oh my gosh, you're right. They've just been like, oh, the fursuit must have collapsed on them mid-grind.
Just point out something for Gideon that you could ask somebody who's actually been around long enough to know how to put the suit on.
Yeah, that's also a
Easily.
good point. I don't know how to put on armor. It's not exactly
never,
something.
never,
I'm-
never too late to learn.
Yeah, I wear Kevlar and then I just rely on anime fighting spirit for the rest of it.
I mean, I would say, if you're being instructed, armor is not hard. You just have to do up the buckles that
The buckles
he
and the
can't
lacing bits.
reach.
Alright, fair enough.
It's like when someone turns around and goes, "Can you zip up my dress?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Can
need
you belt up my cuirass for me?
Cinch up my corset.
Hey, oh no! Don't try to get fucking forces into the same thing as bottling a son of a bitch.
It's not a buckle. It's one of those, the shipping container buckles that you have to keep pushing the lever down on to tighten it up, like a winch clamp.
Oh, ratcheting strap.
Yes,
Oh,
ratchet
fuck
strap.
that.
That's it. Yeah. Could you please ratchet my corset up?
Click, 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 click,
Clickety click 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 click.
Not a buckle, it's a swash.
I'm just pointing out that Saul actually has a few years of experience doing that. Forced experience, but experience.
Yeah.
So, can you help me with this? Can you help me with the buckles? Rather than say please to Darian, he's just gonna ask Saul.
yeah, I tell you that over the phone, and the phone goes dead, and I go like, "Well, I have my answer."
Yes. It's very hasty because, well, old ass vampires like, hey, let's get the fucking you to do the Christian vampire bullshit. Work for a slave. Like, okay, bye. Can't really say no. Assholes.
I'm just having
I'm not you. That's back history.
So, how do you know how to do this again?
Someone's getting cinched extra tight.
What?
And so, how do you know how to do this?
Is actually Gideon asking this?
Yes.
Just while he's working, says one of my sires. Well, my sire was a German nobleman who thought it to be a delightful mockery to embrace me, and he had a penchant for suits of armor of every kind. So I learned fairly quickly how to assist in putting down and removing it quickly as possible.
I've heard the Japanese
Any
suits of leather have straight.
they preferred just wood armor with some bands of metals at best, even if their quality was extremely substandard compared to the European.
How is it expected to stand up to heavy weaponry?
It wasn't there. It wasn't until the Portuguese and this says with a slight disgust, like the out of character. Fuck, what was the name of the orange fuckers? The
Perry? Commodore Perry?
no.
The orange fuckers.
No,
the
no,
Olympus?
Yeah. The specific Christian order that started with Portuguese set up in Japan.
Oh, fuck if we know.
No, I don't.
Yeah, like the Jebonite.
Jesuits?
Yeah, Jesuits. That was the name. Yes, mentions that like with a slight disgust for like the Jesuits starting their trade with the empire there, that they actually started to receive proper iron and steel.
With such substandard armor, I can see why they valued and almost deified their swords.
even if it didn't amount to much, that was during the Second World War was their idea of spirit, mind over matter, was brought down to a logical point after after we're taught that your spirit does not hold up against a machine gun nest and atomic fire.
I have heard of this atomic weapon. It seems to create a small sun wherever it's dropped. I can
Yes.
see
The fall,
why it'd be so deadly.
yes, the fallout of it is quite deadly for the humans, as it causes irreversible damage to their blood.
I wonder if that renders the blood inedible.
I wouldn't we want to try. There's been rumors about very strange things, very strange bloodlines coming out of there, but only rumors, nothing I have been able to confirm. Because they see damage or imperfections as disgraceful.
How curious. So what do you expect to see in there? I was told to wear my knight's attire.
Were you told, or was it a suggestion?
The message mentioned knights, so I figured my attire would be necessary.
No, all those things are optional. Hence why I'm in a new suit.
I see. Very well.
Yeah, all strapped up.
Thank you, Saul. It's appreciated.
Most welcome.
Well then, shall we?
In we go then.
Saul came in a suit. Gideon got the knight.
Suit of armor.
Angelina's got a nice witch dress. What about DCO?
Screw you, I'm not coming in costume.
What?
Yeah.
I am my own costume.
It's game night.
So you come in, what, sweatpants, sneakers, and a hoodie?
Yes, but you all see me as a fucking ninja.
Oh, so we have the warrior, the mage, I'm not entirely sure what class Saul would fall in there, and the thief?
Geomancy.
Okay, so we have the witch, the Jew, which is pretty much a cleric, the warrior, and the thief. Yeah, this is a full...
See, there was 2 racist jokes in that you made.
One of those was intentional. Make your choice.
But yes.
Come on, Darian, why don't you come in costume?
Like I said, you see me as a ninja. Unless you're using Auspex to pierce through that shit. I'm using Obfuscate. But Obfuscate would make me look better than anything I could have come up with anyways.
But that's the fun. Besides, if anyone pierces
No,
you,
it's just
Vampire powers are fun. Bite me.
so let's just wear his fucking mask again. No, not just no. And he has the fucking briefcase for Rose.
Yeah, why don't we go to a back room?
Clank, clank, clank.
Well,
I wonder what kind of helmet this armor has.
Well, nobody knows. So we get to the back room there. Nice, quiet, further away from the nerds.
Oh, Rose is in Princess Leia outfit. Just because. Good night.
It's a good choice. So, in the back room, it's probably Emma there right now. She's like laid out on a sofa napping. Etienne's keeping an eye out over game night.
Yeah, we'll go to a private room.
Nice. So one of the private rooms there gets out a small key, undoes the handcuff to the briefcase, places it down on the table, cracks it open. The classic, like 45-degree, flips it around, opens up for Rose. It's just fat, beautiful, freshly stacks of cash.
Excellent. I will get this to my accountants. Wander through the club here.
It's been a lot of work cleaning all of this up. But so far, it should, unless you have an excruciating amount of time and dedication, which that person do, it should keep us in the clear for foreseeable future.
Oh, I'll say.
And looks at the phone and has a small timer counting down with like 10 seconds, waits for it to beep. Now, the transactions have completed and the money has been deposited to your various accounts.
Excellent work, Herr Wexler.
Very much appreciated.
And yes, Darian, that includes you.
Well, yeah, I know. I've just been thinking about things.
Do not tell me
Hopefully
that
it's
you have gotten tired of the living world already, Herr Coolbreath.
What? No. I'm
So
way
you
too
do
young.
not feel. So you do not feel the call of the fog.
I'm way too young of a vampire for any of that stuff.
Yes, that was what I thought. But I've seen it happen to ones even younger than you.
Your blood potency did spike up very quickly. Maybe you've got like some kind of native ennui settling in.
Yeah, fucking my blood potency's going up.
Yeah, you're currently the equivalent of just like vampire hormones now. His mood's a little bit funny because his BP's increased, guys. It's fine.
It's just
his blood pressure. It's actual blood pressure.
Yeah, the real pressure.
It's just the money is nice and all, but it's not exactly the earth-shattering revelation I thought it'd be. It's a lot of money, more than I've ever had and probably ever would normally. But I still think I have a lot of the same problems.
Well, we do have
Such
the project
as?
that we discussed.
DCL, because money did not solve all your problems, you lose a humanity.
Turns out that becoming the 1% does not solve all your problems.
No, it fucking does. Anyone who says otherwise is a liar, and they're human. They lose a humanity.
And it doesn't solve all of them. It solves a great majority, but
Yeah.
Because you'd
can't-
much rather cry in a Lamborghini than on a bicycle.
Mm.
It solves enough problems that you can concentrate on the rest of the problems.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, it
But
solves all the problem?
Oh,
anyway,
But yeah, in character, I'll go like, well, as much as the open book policy, I like to usually go as. I don't feel like jumping my life story right now.
Well, Hucklebreath, the problems that you are going through, many have gone through before. Your struggles, while they will feel so at the time, they are not unique to you. We have shed blood together. We are as close to friends as the Dance Macabre allows us to be. And we, at least the three of us here, have a great deal of experience in many matters. If there is any advice you would ask, I at least would be happy to give it, and I am sure that Sir Gideon and Herr Wexler feel the same way.
I know. Don't worry about it. It's nothing that needs immediate solving. At least not that I hope. Besides, I've never been too proud to ask for help. Saul's practically managing my money already. I bet a majority of what I just got is gonna just end up in his hands again.
That's how good business works.
Yeah, it's better it goes, for clarification, that's a better result rather than it going to, like, I don't know, stupid shit or pissed away.
You can buy one of those $4,000 You Choose Hows.
That aside,
Better
it's
than
good.
gold teeth and spinny wheels.
Ah, God, please. I'm insulted by the stereotype.
I'd
Either way,
fucking
I guess
love
I
a
should just
dumb
look on the
vehicle.
brighter side of having a fat wallet now.
Indeed, you can't stop living in squalor, which is one of the projects. If you're still on board for that,
Oh no, that's not changing. I will still be investing in the apartments, but I quite like where I live.
Why?
Where do you live, Hucklebreath?
I mean, it's
Nick
not.
just looks at Angelina like, just waves a finger. Is
I assume in a van down by the river.
I'm not that broke. I'm not living in a penthouse, but I'm definitely not living, well, outside of a car.
Rose will just be looking at Gideon like, "Wow, you made a reference.
Look, I just
You
like
made
to
a
keep.
pop culture reference."
He's
Look, I just like.
learning.
Look, I
My
just like to keep my.
assistant happens to like these two Bill and Ted creatures.
It's nothing special. I just like to keep myself grounded. With all the vampire powers and money, it's easy to forget that you're not human.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know. That's part of my clan. I don't know.
well, do not worry. If you need to be reminded, look at us, look at the rest, and know that we are part of something, and we are something that you do not wish to be. Hence, you use that as an anchor to keep your humanity.
Well, the brutal honesty of saying "don't become me" is what helps me sleep at night, knowing that you have a majority of my funds in your control.
I mean,
Oh,
I
it's very simple.
However,
Go on.
Darian, you must always remember, we are what you will eventually become. It is not a
To
question.
a certain degree.
It is a question.
So, yeah.
Very true.
and I would say,
Don't listen to them.
as much as Herr Wexler is saying, "Don't become me," so long as you do not have to flee to to the other side of the world for fear of final death, then becoming like me is only benefits. It's you do not have to embrace a dark future, Coolbreath.
Darkness.
Oh man.
Embrace a life like me. Vulnerable oath and service. To eventually be torpilled by a group of 12-year-olds by a river.
I kind of make a
You
face at that and
guys-
go like, you know what? We just got a bunch of money. We need to switch to a happy conversation
You
because we're
guys-
rich.
Are terrible at this whole thing.
It's okay because money.
Well,
I switch my. I'm changing my tune.
No.
Hold
Come
on.
hang out
Rose.
here every once in a while. It'll remind you you're human.
Rose, hold
no,
on.
no, Rose.
Look,
Because
look at-
hanging around
look at
here
me.
involves a lot of dick sucking.
look at me. Is
Nothing
this
like
the
sucking a good
face
dick to
of
let you know
mercy?
you're human.
Why would you suck a dick?
Oh my god!
Mhm.
Changing conversation now.
I don't know.
Fuzzy
Ask
my
your
finger.
friend here.
Did you fillet a
I'm
man,
literally
Marion?
slamming my. I'm literally.
Did you fillet
slamming
a
my-
man?
I am literally slamming my fist to the table and going, changing conversation now, and I will
No.
shoot everyone
Did
along
you
there.
fillet a man?
Alright. Changing conversation. I did get a lead on the thing you wanted.
Oh,
Filleting a man.
I swear to
Hush.
God, if you make
Hush.
me draw, I swear to God, if I have to pull up my katana, no one's gonna go home happy tonight. Do not make me turn this building around.
Hey, remember
Yes.
the rules of this club.
Yeah,
Ah,
DCL,
right.
as you say that, you actually begin to suddenly just feel like this weird, itchy, uncomfortable feeling as you threaten vampire violence. It's nothing tangible or real, but it's enough to be discomforting.
Sweet, we've got spirit protection.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's a contract on this place, like a real oath. This is why the wolves literally had to ask for like super permission. They made sure that the agreement that they signed was proper, a real.
Yeah. I'll like itch the back of my neck and go, ow,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I was just joking and I could still feel that. The hell do you have on this place, Rose?
Well, I don't know.
You're
Werewolf stuff, I guess.
asking.
Well,
You're asking somebody who deals with the wolves, spirits, the dead.
I got
on
my finger
the
in a lot
level
of pots,
of-
don't I?
Yes, that's quite. You would guess just what you call ballpark that it's more than likely a very, very serious contract or insurance.
yeah, I get the point.
She does fraternize with things beyond our ken, Darian.
I get the point.
Speaking of fraternization, Rose, do you happen to know any wizards?
Any what?
Wizards.
Oh, wizards!
Yeah.
Ah,
I thought you said visits.
I
I
heard
thought she
lizard.
said lizards.
I heard lizard.
Uh,
Excuse me.
dealt we kind of dealt
Illuminati.
like with hunters who got some weapons from a wizard. We never figured out who that wizard was, but I have not knowingly encountered a wizard.
Ah, a shame. I was just thinking that, well, a wizard would be able to track down the source of these monstrosities that have hounded me.
I could keep an eye out.
I would appreciate that, yes.
I'm sure some kind of weird magical people come in here from time to time. That aren't
I'm sure
wizards
all
or
kinds of
that aren't
people
vampires
come
or
here.
werewolves.
And I'm certain people come here.
Ah! A joke! A reference and a joke in one day!
Gideon's
he was-
evolving.
He was literally just copying what I said. It's
but with an emphasis on come.
And truly, Gideon's heart did grow 2 sizes.
3
that
sizes.
is- Just two.
Oh, only 2.
Only
not
2.
3.
Two.
That's a
He
He
fist,
hasn't memed yet. Then it's 3.
that's a fist bump from both of you.
Yeah.
Let's bring it in. Bring it in. Come on.
Gideon doesn't talk about those dirty books and how to associate and how to make friends books that he has in the bottom of his.
Gross. Alright, my dudes.
Yeah, but anyway, Darian,
Mhm.
this girl, I can give you the lowdown on her.
I told you I didn't need a date.
I'm not setting you up with a date. I'm setting you up with a feisty young woman who took a front at someone pouring a drink down another girl's front.
Oh, what'd she do?
Knocked him the fuck out.
Well, you have my interest.
Are you looking?
And now you have my erection.
Then, bouncers threw her out and him out.
Are you looking to make a ghoul, Darian?
She
Yeah.
caused violence in the club.
Wait.
She
No,
wasn't
no, that
supernatural.
doesn't apply to-
No,
that
she
doesn't
wasn't
apply.
supernatural in any way yet. So, yeah, no, she can absolutely throw a random punch at a guy.
Well, did you actually get her name or stuff before she was thrown out?
Well, it would be unethical for me to look at her, the credit card information she used to buy her drink. If you happen to walk by and see it on the monitor, what harm is that,
Well, I'm gonna go.
If you want, I can look her up for you as well.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to
Excellent.
the.
Before you go, Culbreth.
Hmm?
Well, I thought this information would be of interest to Sir Gideon, but if you are also cultivating ghouls, then. Well, I have recently come into the knowledge of a fine establishment that can train your ghouls in the use of several weapons and general survival skills.
Do they teach samurai swordplay?
No, that is at this point largely archaic. They are primarily focused on the use of firearms.
And
Yeah.
CQC.
Hmm.
CQC interesting, but outside of that, chances are I'll probably have to train my own ghoul on my own time.
In the
Speaking of-
use of swordsmanship, certainly, but
speaking
they
of-
will still most likely be useful for you.
I'd have to say, my ghoul just got out of the hospital. He's coming along well.
My ghoul just got out of the hospital, so I beat
Well-
the shit out of him.
So
Well,
then
even
I
though-
punched him.
Well, even though I now have the money enough to make my own outer haven, I think I'm going to abstain from hiring PMCs.
He's
Oh,
a-
this isn't involved with the PMC. It is firearms and wilderness survival course.
Well, I guess that does apply. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll ask for details in a little bit. I just need to go to the bathroom.
No,
no.
no, you don't.
Okay, no, I
No, you
don't.
don't.
Come on, we were supposed to be doing the vampire quiz thing. Okay, whatever, I'm bad at it. I'll be right back.
I'll be
No,
right back.
I
I'm gonna go
just-
Batman.
Monitor's on your left.
No, it's.
Thanks, Rose.
I called you here. I messaged everyone here for a reason. Because I had some information from Elysium,
Oh,
courtesy of the bartender.
great. All right, I'll wait a second. Besides, it's not like I was gonna go far. I was gonna come back.
As much as I would have liked this to come at a later point, there is a visitor coming to the Elysium from the old words, specifically Burn.
Oh,
Already?
Hmm.
Yes, that is why I was requested by the bartender for a quick meeting. A one-on-one small discussion. She
Well-
was very generous enough to inform me beforehand of their arrival.
Well, I guess I chose a good time to take a break from my favors and jobs.
Yes, I dodged as much as used political lingo as to our actions were versus causation and correlation.
Yeah,
But I mentioned that no, as much as we were being there, we kept it to as minimal interaction with the local authorities there. As as I said, but I couldn't speak. I did mention that I could not speak exactly for everyone when it came to direct interaction with any of the authorities there, as there were as there was some interaction going on.
yeah. Okay.
But-
Well, yeah, it seems like a thing.
Yes, so as we all know that we did not have a official positioning there that could come back to damage the Invictus, and she asked if said person would ask for an investigation. I assured her that it would not come back to taint the image of the Invictus over here.
So basically, we need to lay low and act
So-
natural.
We
Who
have been there.
who is it that is coming?
Somebody, it was out of character. It was the Morgan, was it?
That's correct. Yes,
Well,
they
you
went.
people with better-
They went by the Morrigan.
It just like somebody that goes under the moniker of the Morrigan.
May I
That's
roll?
fair.
May I roll like intelligence politics on that?
Politics on it. You can try.
Or intelligence occult?
Also, you can try.
I mean, is there anything else you would recommend that we do?
No, I don't think I have any other recommendations. Let's see here.
The only reason why I asked for politics is I have a specialization for the Invictus, if that counts.
It doesn't. But you can try. Yeah, politics or occult are worth giving a go. Academics as well.
So I have a specialization in occult for vampiric sorcery. Does that apply here?
Oh, yes, it does.
Alright. You know, we've had some downtime. My willpower should be at full. I can throw some of it at this one.
Do vampire? Oh, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. How much willpower can we say we regain?
All of it, assuming you weren't spending all of it.
Yeah. I was
Alright,
doing.
so-
Okay. Gideon, your knowledge academically it has some gaps here and there, but you're familiar with the concept of Irish folklore, or at the very least, like the Morrigan as represented as like a pagan witch queen, or the Three Crones. Admittedly, that is about as far as the academic knowledge takes you. Angelina, you're in a similar boat, except that you would probably also be surmising that they have access to either, if not magic, a rather wide repertoire of vampiric abilities, like an absurdly large number of them or something. Something that makes them seem like the wizard that they might have been in time. Like, your actual guess would have been like, this is the Morrigan, they must be an actual mage, a wizard, yes. Like, no, it's a vampire. Like, oh, well, maybe they had a shit ton of different disciplines or any of that kind of shit. But that, unfortunately, comes closer to a guess.
I mean, my big guess would be like, I mean, the Circle of the Crone are known for blood magic and known for making associations with female goddesses like that. So, I myself am thinking this is someone who is very high up and very old associated with the Crone.
Yeah, no, that is not an unfair assumption to make. Definitely sounds like she'd be a Crone contender, but unfortunately none of you really have any Crone connections.
Morrigan.
The Morrigan.
Yes.
The Irish witch.
Yes, the Arthurian legendary cast.
Oh, great! More legendary orders of people of supreme magnitude that I've never heard of.
It's
Have you heard?
It's a three-faced witch from Irish folklore.
It is very unlikely to be the original witch, but I would estimate that it is one of the leaders of the circle in Switzerland or perhaps across Europe as a whole. The Crones are known for their association with female deities, and the Morrigan certainly fits that pattern in culture.
Yes, Darian. I take it you've heard of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, all that.
Yeah.
The Arthurian legend there. The antagonistical witch there.
Somewhat.
Supremely magical power. So, if they put that title onto someone, and there's only one of them, that would indicate they at least a position of extreme power. Whether it's actual magical, it holds quite the political sway.
I gotta tell you, after a while, these old, powerful badasses with powers way beyond my comprehension start to blur together.
Get used
That's a
to
good
it.
take, Hufflepuff. You are talented and you have... I can smell that your blood is strong, but you are still young and, in the grand scheme of things, quite small.
Don't worry,
don't
they're
need-
more scared of you than you are of them.
Trust me, I act within the knowledge that I am a very small piece in a big plan that I often do not want to be a part of. The point is I don't really think I should have any interaction with them.
Do not worry.
Unless we're called.
If
there.
anything should have to come to pass here, I am ready and willing to take the blame for what we have done.
Nonsense, Sir Gideon. If you were to do so, then after the business in the past couple of years with that Timothy, then the whole institution of knighthood in San Pasado would be at risk.
Yeah, man, I'm a crappy vampire, and even I know the first rule is not to never admit that you've done anything wrong. And even if we would to, it's not like we're gonna let you just do that alone. At least I wouldn't. We knew the risk, and we
well-
just...
I will work on trying to sweep up as much traces as possible.
We knew the risks when we got involved. Let's all just make sure we keep our noses clean and not get any other reason to be called upon.
Yeah.
We left very...
So,
We made...
there's another point I would like to mention, that I was politely asked not to investigate them. And one of their traits is eccentric with no paper trace. That never bodes well when it comes to position of power. If you're considered eccentric, it means they're dangerous.
Well, it's not like
It
we need
means they
it
don't.
anymore.
It means they don't play by the rules at times.
Since when does anybody who makes the rules ever play by the rules?
Back in Vienna.
Well,
The Bohemians.
whatever the case...
Germans. Sir Gideon.
Don't be racist, Gideon.
Whatever the case may be, we all know what we gotta do.
Kill the Batman.
Well, yes, voice in my head.
Yeah, it's either Gangrel or fucking Nosferatu, so... The man
It's like-
that...
Pretty sure that's just a Rakshasa with virtue and vice is justice.
As paradoxically the most honest person here, I shall try to keep myself clear of this. I'll have a perfect excuse. I might be trying to train a ghoul up.
Most honest.
Unless you're invited, do not actively seek.
Yep, do not need to tell me twice.
I would. It's hard to say, but dependent on how far their eccentricities run, they may invite Sir Gideon, Her Vexler, and myself, as we are luminaries of the old world. Or, if they are deeply eccentric, they may specifically invite you, Huckleberth, as you are a rising star of the new.
I like to think of myself as completely inconsequential and not at all a rising star.
Then you are a fool.
Well, fools do like to dream.
Fools fall
Indeed.
in love.
Well, I'll be right back. I have a candidate name I need to go see. I'm just gonna go step out quickly, obfuscate, and get a peek, and then come back. I don't think it needs to take really that
No,
much
it doesn't.
time.
It doesn't. It's just a quick glance. You left it up there for you. Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. You're welcome to pick the name and spelling. She lives. Let's go with. Let's see quite. Let's go with middle. She lives in a Bridge House apartment block.
Alright. Where do you token? Okay.
Ooh.
No,
Ooh, I just thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
can you
okay.
change yourself for a scout?
Sure. Also, can we wrap up soon, please? There you go.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
People,
Hello.
All is well.
Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
my services are available to you, Harriet, if you would need them.
Keep it in mind.
In the meantime, I shall continue our investment endeavor.
Speaking of services, Herr Wexler, I would appreciate it if you have any contact information within that, mercenary company that headquarters itself within our city. I would appreciate some referrals.
I may know a few contacts that could be beneficial for your request. I have actually myself been looking to invest in some of their services for the joint investment.
Then it seems we shall once more be cooperating, Herr Wexler. Most excellent.
It would seem so.
Alright then, ladies. I believe it's time for us to conclude. Shall we jump to our aspirations?
Sure.
Okay. So,
I ain't gonna get shit this time.
And neither am I.
I don't
actually,
think
no.
most of us are
Most
going
of you are
to
going to get
complete.
progress, actually, but sure. Let's see here. Engineering advice. Prepare fortifications against future monster attack. Yeah, you actually have been looking into getting your, actual watch goal, which will also be your other aspiration. Cultivate a watch goal. That gets a plus. You've been putting progress into that. Rose. Legos cast. No. Catch up on San Pasado news and events. Spent your time off, you made your checks, and you found out that the wolves were interested in Nom Nom. There's other stuff to learn and catch up on, so I'm going to go with a plus instead of completing it at this point.
Okay.
And you haven't done progress for acquiring special retainer yet. DCL, you're acquiring a child, it's a plus. Gideon, develop a new touchstone, it's a plus. Remember, you spent the time with your underling.
We need to make a name for her.
Yep. And Saul, purchasing a safe place in San Pasado, setting up an apartment complex, and acquire a ghoul. I don't know that you have done any of those.
Yeah.
The only thing I did was get the money so that we could,
Yeah.
but like I said, didn't get the time to do my dice rolls and everything.
Yeah, you've already managed to pull 17 beats out of getting the money in the first fucking place, so don't have to worry about that part.
Holy crap. I just realized MCL actually does have decent lifts. We'll close that and then segue.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. And you get your end of session beats, everyone?
Yep, 2, yeah?
It was a downtime session, so yeah, we'll go with 2.
And it's normally 2, isn't it?
I thought we moved to 1, actually.
No.
We're still
we
every
always
other
were still-
week.
Okay, alright then. Yeah, no, 2. Go for it. 2 end of session beats. And if you've been watching in the stream, or you've been watching in the VOD, I hope, as usual, that you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time. And please, do take care.
Bye stream. Bye YouTube.
Like and subscribe.